Justice Department to release all its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. But Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told Fox News the Trump administration has a different plan.
I expect that we're going to release more documents over the next couple of weeks. So today, several 100,000, and then over the next couple of weeks, I expect several 100,000 more.
Blanche said the delay is needed to make sure the victim's information is protected.
Some lawmakers are now accusing the administration of violating the law and covering up the facts. President Trump hosted drug makers at the White House today to announce more deals on lowering costs. Olivia Rinaldi reports.
What it means is that U.S. consumers would pay the same amount for specific drugs that other countries do, those low prices that they're able to pay for certain prescription drugs. And this is part of the Medicaid program. Now, over the summer, President Trump sent a letter to 17 of the biggest drug makers here in the United States and across the world, asking them to voluntarily lower their prices or face steep fines and stiff tariffs.
Attorneys for President Trump are asking a federal judge to rule that he's entitled to presidential immunity from civil claims in the Capitol riot. Christopher Cruz has that.
U.S. District Judge Amit Mehta heard arguments from the president's lawyers and lawyers for Democratic members of Congress who sued Trump over the January 6, 2021 attack. Trump's attorneys say their client can't be sued because he was acting in his official capacity. The members of Congress say Trump can't prove he was acting entirely in that capacity, so he should be treated as an office seeker who isn't entitled to immunity. They say the Supreme Court has held that office-seeking conduct isn't protected by presidential immunity. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
Today is the busiest day of the holiday travel season as Meg Oliver reports from Newark in New Jersey.
Airlines expect a record 52.6 million passengers to pass through U.S. airports this holiday season. American Airlines says today will be its busiest travel day, operating more than 6,700 flights. United expects the Sunday after Christmas to be its busiest as it flies more than 10 million passengers this season.
There have already been 5,000 delays caused mostly by the weather, a storm system that's brought very high winds across much of the nation. Checking the numbers on Wall Street at this hour, stocks are higher today. The Dow Jones Industrials up nearly 260 points. This is CBS News.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select Steel tools. Shop online at steelusa.com or in-store.
Floods, power outages, and snow in the mountains. We've got you covered coming up. At first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather. Northwest Hope and Healing has the update. Got a big crash up in Linwood. North 5 at 196. It's blocking your 3 left lanes. That includes the HOV. And you're backed up bumper to 220th. Seattle to Linwood right now, a 25-minute drive. Coming the other way, it's also 25 minutes from Linwood to Seattle. And you're slow from Northgate to 520. Down in South Center, North 5 at the 509 interchange, a crash blocks 2 left lanes, and you're backed up bumper to bumper now to South 272nd. Federal Way to Seattle's up to 45 minutes right now. If you're heading to SeaTac Airport, the Airport Expressway remains jammed up from State Route 518 all the way down to the terminals. Plan on about 10 minutes to make your way through this. In Auburn, westbound 18, just west of the Valley Freeway, a collision in your right lane has you backed up approaching Auburn Way South, about a 3-mile backup here. And the 2-mile section of State Route 162 is closed between Ording and South Prairie from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily as crews repair some of the erosion on the embankment. Join Northwest Hope and Healing for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of wine tasting and inspiration. Get your tickets now for January 31st at nwhopeandhealing.org. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bosch. A winter storm warning is in effect for the mountains through tomorrow. 1 to 2 feet of snow is expected. Monitor conditions before heading through the passes. Not fun to be without heat and power as the weather cools. About 10,000 power customers throughout the region are still in the dark after windstorms midweek, but that is down from about 350,000. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has more from the town of Clinton.
The hardest hit areas are on the south end of Whidbey Island, and people living there have been in the dark for days. It's making home life difficult, but Matt Johnson says getting work done has been a challenge as well.
We haven't been able to get to our jobs to do any anything, and just trying to make it by.
Crews have been working around the clock and say they hope to have power fully restored sometime Friday night. On Whidbey Island, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
A flood watch is in effect for most of western Washington with a warning along certain rivers. National Weather Service meteorologist Anna Lindemann.
In terms of river flooding, the Skokomish, the Cowlitz, the Chehalis, and the Cedar River are kind of the main rivers that we're watching.
She says the Skagit, which shattered records 1 week ago today, is expected to stay below flood stage. Relief for the widow of a Ravensdale father murdered 2 years ago. The man convicted of killing her husband, Nick Vallison, has been sentenced to 24 years in prison.
And I hope it haunts him for the rest of his days.
Investigators say Vallison was investigating what he thought was illegal dumping when Andrew Boehm ran over him with a stolen truck in 2023. Two women in matching reindeer hats stole more than $3,000 worth of merchandise from Ulta Beauty in Silverdale this week. We've posted their pictures at mynorthwest.com. If you have any information, you're asked to contact the Kitsap County Sheriff's Office. The Seahawks now sit atop the NFC West with a 12-3 record after defeating the Rams in dramatic comeback fashion.
Just so proud of our group. I mean, this is who we are.
That's the coach there. Final score 38-37. They're heading to the playoffs with 2 games left to play in the season. Next up, the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, December 28th. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Spotty showers with highs in the mid-40s. It's 44 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO Newsradio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Happy Friday, December 19th. Jake Skorheim here, Spike O'Neill right there.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, happy Friday to you.
Spike, the happiest.
It was this close to not being a happy
Today,
Friday.
I'll be serious. Today is a completely different day. There's another horrible universe that people are living in right
There's
now.
There's an alternate Friday out there.
Where
You're
the
right.
Seahawks lost.
Yeah, it's called Los Angeles, that alternate reality.
I feel that all the time.
Isn't that the truth?
They win at a lot of stuff, but it's very expensive down there.
Yeah.
Okay. We just got to get right into first things first. It's got to be Seahawks. We have to talk about this. I was so jittery with excitement after that game last night, after it ended. I could not fall asleep. And I was texting with you, and I don't think you could fall asleep either. I hope it wasn't my text.
No. It was the exact same thing for you. My blood pressure was through the roof. The adrenaline was off the charts.
Is that what that was? Was that high blood pressure?
I guess.
I assumed it was joy, but I guess that also feels like high blood pressure.
I'm no doctor, but I play one on the radio.
My whole family went to sleep, and I just sat there, just on the couch for like an hour and a half after, like well beyond, because a lot of stuff happened last night. So one of my sons had his Christmas pageant.
I was about to say, you're burying the lead.
Yeah, which was...
How was the pageant?
It's great.
That's what everybody was asking me this morning. But how was the pageant?
Ask me what the pageant would have been like if the game had gone the other way. No, it was great.
The pageant was right? You didn't know how the game went, right?
Pageant was at 6:00.
Yeah, okay.
So I had to miss the first half of the game because I wanted to experience the entire game. So I recorded it, excited to watch it.
Brilliant.
So we finished the Christmas pageant. And we're driving home, and it went great, and it was adorable kids and everything. And my son, who was in the pageant, goes, "Can we go get ice cream?" And I don't want to seem like a jerk dad, but I really want to get back for the game at this point. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, ice cream's not good for you. And I'm trying to use health and stuff as logic.
You don't know what they put in that these days, son. Preservatives, chemicals.
Tons of sugar.
Artificial sweeteners.
Exactly. No. Is there like a healthy version? I guess not. Guess we can't get it. And my wife kind of looks over at me, and she was very sweet, but she kind of looks over at me and gave me like the look. And so I said, okay, let's go get ice cream. So we went and got ice cream, and I go into this little shop right near the school, and I'm just running in to get, I'm just getting a tub of ice cream. Yeah. That was a compromise. We'll get ice cream, but we're going to eat it at home. And so I go into the thing, and there was a girl behind the counter, and I was like, okay, good. I don't have to worry about going in here because...
Spoiler.
I don't want to get spoiled.
Right.
She's not interested in the game. She doesn't care what's going on.
Sure.
And so I go up to the counter, and she goes, halftime, huh? And I said, whoa, don't say anything. I haven't watched it yet. I was like, we were just at the Christmas pageant. Don't say anything, please.
Yeah.
And she goes, you don't want to know.
Oh, what am I?
And I looked at her. I said, that's exactly what I don't want to. Why would you say that? Don't say that. Just paid quickly. I threw cash at her. I ran.
Pulled the tip back.
Yeah, because I normally tip when I'm buying ice cream. There was. She flipped one of those things around. She goes,
18%?
Would you like to tip? Not now.
Till you blew it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So and then she could catch on that I was upset, and
Right.
I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but she goes, she goes, no, just kidding, you won't be. She goes, I don't remember what she said. I was just running.
She's trying to cover it.
She's trying to cover. So I get back in the car and I tell my whole family what she said, and then my wife's like, now you blew it for us. So we rush home and we watch this game, and
Did you watch from the beginning, right? You didn't
watch
pick it
from the
up?
beginning.
Okay, yeah, there
and
you
we're
go.
fast forwarding through the commercials.
That's a great way to watch
It's
it.
phenomenal. So here's what happened. Seahawks are down. At a certain point, they go down.
Don't tell me I haven't watched it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay. How about this?
I couldn't resist.
Because you're off for the rest of you're off until after Christmas.
Yeah.
So how about we catch up on this in the new year?
Yeah, we won't watch it. Let's not watch it until the 2nd.
That would be fun. That's a great idea. All right. So we watch the game.
You watch the game. Together as a family.
Together as a family.
There you go.
And the kids are staying up late, which they're loving, which is great. And my 10-year-old, who I've talked about before, he's a really passionate fan.
Mm-hmm.
He gets really emotionally tied into the ups and downs of this. I mean, he's gonna love football his whole life because of the emotional swings. Like it really does get you. It's like an addiction, really. It's like gambling. But he loves it.
Really finds out you can have the best of both worlds and gamble and football.
Wait until he finds out. That's why we're not getting him a smartphone. So we can't. So no porn and no gambling.
Oh.
And so
you can only have one. Yeah, sorry, no.
Which one's gonna ruin your life faster?
That's a tough call.
That is a tough call, actually. I guess it would be. I would say the porn would ruin your life faster because at a certain point you will run out of money, but you're never going to run out of porn, and that can continue to ruin your life. Anyway, back to my point. My 10-year-old is on the couch, and they go down 30-14. Now, expectations for this game. We all felt it. We were all very excited.
Sure, yeah.
So he gets really upset that they're going to lose because there's 9 minutes left in the game. There's a 3% chance.
I saw that too.
They put that up on the board.
Probability, those number cruncher guys.
Which makes it no fun. Again, if you're a gambler, these are numbers you need to know.
Brought to you by HopeKillers.com.
100%. So he sees that stat and he goes, we're just not going to win. Like, it's so much on it.
Yeah.
So he starts getting a bad attitude. Now I'm like, okay, parenting situation. Everybody else is there having fun.
So let me guess.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold throws the interception at the 1-yard line and your son utters his first curse word.
Well, you're right. I was going to do it, but I won't even do it now.
No,
I was going to do the Christmas story for curse word.
Boy, I didn't say fudge.
Okay.
I hope I didn't blow your story.
No. That's not what happened.
Good.
So he gets a nasty little attitude about it. And everybody else is like, still rooting for the team. There's 9 minutes left in the game, right? Anything can happen. And so I tell him, I was like, you can't have that attitude out here. You got to go back to your room if you're going to have that attitude.
Yeah.
So I remove him from the situation. I send him back to his room. And he's sulking in his room because he's such a massive Seahawks fan, and he's sulking. And they go to commercial break.
By the way, he and 50,000 other 40-year-old men were in the exact same boat.
I was feeling like him, but you and I have learned how to deal with it.
Yeah,
he hasn't learned how to deal with
especially when
it
you're
yet.
setting an example for your kids.
Yes, exactly. So he hasn't learned how to deal with it yet. So he's in his room, and I go back there and on a commercial break, and I say, hey, listen, buddy, there's 9 minutes left in this game. This is like a life lesson. This is why sports is so amazing, and it's like such a valuable thing. Both youth sports, the kids play youth sports, and they experience the highs and lows of winning and losing. It's easier as a team, so it's like that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
So he's in his room and he's sulking and he's having a real nasty attitude. And I said, you cannot come back out there until you are going to support your team, even when they're losing. And if you can't do that and you want to be back here sulking, that's fine. You don't need to be with us. We don't want that attitude around us. We're having fun watching, even if they're losing. So you come out with a good attitude. It's about choice. You got to choose it. I'm saying all the things you're supposed to say.
Right.
So he finally comes back out. And I'm telling them, I was like, listen, you never give up, ever, ever, ever. Because I really want them to have that lesson in life.
Yeah.
Never give up. It's simple. It's like 3 words. Just never give up. Was it Dickie V? What was the guy's name?
Dick Vitale?
No, not Dick Vitale. Was it Dick Vitale? The guy who ended up dying of cancer, but he had the...
Jim Valvano, Jimmy V.
Jimmy V.
Yeah.
Do you remember his speech?
Sure. Of course.
The never give up speech.
You bet. It's iconic.
It still resonates with me today, even though it was way back in the day. It's unbelievable. So I'm
almost
telling him
40 years ago now, I think.
Yeah. So I'm telling him, like, you never give up. You never give up. And then this happens. He comes back out just in time for Rashid Shaheed.
Okay. The Hawks defense finally gets a 3 and out. The first punt of the game.
First punt of the game.
In the fourth quarter with less than 9 minutes to go.
Here's what else is crazy. Did you see any field goals that the Seahawks were kicking last night?
None.
Last game, only thing we could do.
Right.
Last night,
None.
Wild. Wow. Okay, so then this punt happens and this return happens.
This is a high wobbly kick. Shaheed has to run up, makes the catch at his own 43, starts up the middle. Now he has a gap on the left side 40, turns upfield. There he goes. 20, 15, 10, 5. Holy catfish. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Bless you, Ray.
I'm telling you, the coach is next door breaking the glass.
So what score at this point was 30-20? 20?
That brought it to 20.
Okay.
They were down 30-14. That brought it to 20, and then the 2-point conversion after that one. Right.
So the whole time we're like, now we're only down by 8.
One score.
And then that wild 2-point conversion. What happened there? Can you explain that to the audience?
A great defensive play happened there because they're throwing a screen, but the screen luckily. Darnold had a quick release. He had dropped one step back from the line to throw a screen to Charbonnet, who was was behind him on the field of play, making it a backwards pass. A great defensive play. A guy blew up the blocker, the defensive back, the defensive lineman, and the ball literally ricocheted off his helmet. And then comes the controversy. Ball just rolls about through the end zone, the end of the end zone. It's my wife reminding me to turn my phone off. A couple minutes late, honey. Sorry about that. So the ball rumbles into the end zone. And by the way, is it
Charbonnet?
Who's the tight end? Barner?
Oh, Barner.
Yeah. Okay, the ball rumbles to the goal lines. A Ram almost makes the play on the ball, but doesn't. Barner blows his guy back off the ball there, giving Charbonnet the chance to just kind of casually walk up and, out of a sense of good sportsmanship, just grab the ball.
Now this was not NFL IQ. This was just him being a decent person, right?
That's what I talked to G about this. You asked him, was that a savvy heads-up play? He goes, no, that's good sportsmanship.
So he was just being a nice guy because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, and there's a ball laying there. Yeah,
you tie the game.
The reward is that the NFL goes to the replay booth in New York so much later than they were lining up for a kickoff.
I know.
They were lining up to kick the ball.
And they kept showing it. I didn't understand what was happening. And I was like, I was just rubbing it in our face that we missed that play.
But the NFL announcers that were doing the national broadcast for Thursday Night Football, they have nowadays every game has an on-call official.
Yeah.
You know, what do you think, expert in the field
and
with years of
It's
experience?
such a massive international audience, national audience like Thursday Night Football. Everybody's just staring at that.
On any given Sunday, as the phrase goes, there are 15 games going on or whatever, 16 games. Well, Thursday, there's a dozen plus games going on. And it's like watching that screen in Batman.
Yeah.
You got 80 things going on at the same time.
But everybody's singularly focused on this.
And that was the right call.
And then the ref comes out and says this.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback threw a backward pass, which was recovered in the end zone by the offense. It is a successful conversion.
And that tied it. That's what tied the game.
And then they go into overtime.
Right? That's a season-defining call.
That was just, I felt so emotionally exhausted after that game.
Right.
It felt like a Super Bowl. It was one of the greatest games I've ever watched the Seahawks play. It felt like such an unbelievable win. Did you feel the same way?
Exactly. It was high. It was redlining.
Yes.
With the car, you were redlining the entirety of that. Emotionally.
White knuckling.
Yes.
I was white knuckling the entire time.
From Kenneth Walker's breakaway touchdown to get the lead, you know, all of a sudden you've played a pretty mediocre. You've been kind of owned. Rams up and down the field. All of a sudden you're in front. But then here comes the likely MVP Stafford again, who surgically dissected this amazing defense of the Seahawks.
Throwing no-look passes.
Seriously,
rubbing in our face. Ridiculous. It was a ridiculous game. We're going to talk with Lefko about it in 10 minutes.
And then, but the referees gave him the kiss of death. Last night, was it Michaels? Al Michaels?
Al Michaels.
And Herb Street. Herb Street. He gave him the classic. Hasn't missed a kick all year. He's been perfect.
He
said it 3, 4, 5 times.
It's almost like he had a bet on the game.
I mean, that's.
He hasn't missed a kick all year.
You don't do that.
Yeah,
that's the kiss of death. I'm a superstitious guy. That's a kiss of death.
I'm not usually superstitious, but right before Darnold threw his first interception, I leaned over to my son because I was trying to encourage him because he was depressed. I leaned over and I said, you know what? I feel like the Seahawks are gonna get an interception sometime soon.
Yeah.
Not they're going to throw one.
No, I hear
They're going to recover one.
I hear you.
And then like 2 plays later, Darnold throws his thing. Anyway, we're going to talk to. We'll get more into this just a few minutes.
Because the ramifications are
massive.
Yeah.
Massive. One fun little fact to leave you guys with that I could not believe was true. Before we get into our next topic, the Seahawks are the first team in NFL history to win a game in overtime on a 2-point conversion, which is.
That's mind-boggling.
How has that not happened before in NFL history?
How has nobody had the stones to go for it, like Coach McDonald had?
There you go.
I mean, we heard that a tie was as bad as a loss for the Seahawks last night because the Rams had the head-to-head win.
But still, isn't that stat kind of crazy?
That's nuts. I couldn't believe that.
No team in NFL history
has ever won an overtime game on a 2-point conversion. On the final play, 2-point game-winning play.
According to Adam Schefter and ESPN. That's just a wild stat to me. All right, we have precious little time, so we're going to get into something else before we come back to Seahawks in a few minutes. Mike Lefkoe from 710 Seattle Sports will join us in studio in just a couple minutes. Brown University, they now have identified the shooter. The shooter is apparently dead, or I guess we should say the alleged shooter.
Well, I guess we're still required
I guess we still
to say
alleged, yeah.
Took his own life.
Took his own life in a storage facility. This is from the AP. A frantic search for the suspect in last week's mass shooting ended Thursday at a New Hampshire storage facility where authorities discovered the man dead inside and then revealed he was also the suspect of a killing of an MIT professor at his apartment.
Yeah, there was
2 days later.
I think that story kind of started to bubble up yesterday that there may be a connection between those two.
Certainly felt like quite a coincidence.
Yeah.
You have 2 elite level college shootings that are happening within close proximity to each other. But it was just a wild. This is United States Attorney for District of Massachusetts giving a presser on the shooter being found dead.
Law enforcement collectively believe that we have the person, that we identified the person, and that person is dead, and that he was the person responsible not only for the Brown shootings, but for the Brookline shooting. When investigators went into the storage facility tonight to execute the federal search warrant, he was dead. He was using a phone that was obfuscating ability to track it, and he was using financial, not credit cards that were tied to his name, and so he was sophisticated in hiding his tracks.
So he was a Portuguese national, and what they were saying that they think that he was doing is he was using European SIM cards on his local phone, which meant that the local phone towers were not identifying it in the same way.
Right, the usual methods that law enforcement uses to locate, track, all these different things. Right,
it's wild.
Technology has become such a useful tool for law enforcement. This guy was one step ahead.
He was not one step ahead of a homeless person, though, living on the Brown University campus who blew this entire thing open. We should get into this in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'd be happy to. Let's put a pin in this.
It's the story of how they identified this guy and found this guy completely all hinges on one homeless guy who was living on the Brown University campus.
I'm hearing stories that maybe the university knew he was there because he was a former student.
Yes.
We're allowing him.
Yes.
To reside in their basement.
Yes.
And that's what broke this case.
And then he noticed somebody strange and followed him and got his license plate. I mean,
that's amazing.
Wild story. It's a wild story. All right. We got to get back to Seahawks real fast. Mike Lefkoe is going to join us. What it means for the rest of the season. Well, they got 2 games left.
Where do we go from here, baby?
They guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, but how good can it get for the Seahawks? How bad can it get? We'll also talk about that. Why not? Mike Lefkoe joins us next. Stick around.
This hour is brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino.
Here we go. Darnold has time. Looks inside. It's caught! The Seahawks win the game
playoff berth?
An instant classic.
This is who we are. That's Seahawks football.
Check.
Probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
With the playoffs looming, what's next?
You know, we're always going to fight.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
They now have the inside track on having the best record in the NFC.
And the home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
Folks, I don't have to tell you that the rainy season is upon us. It's time to protect your home now with the help of the pros at Integrity Roofing and Construction. Years of experience in roofing and full restorations, their skilled teams deliver exceptional craftsmanship, whether it's a simple roof repair, roof replacement, or a full home renovation. Integrity offers free estimates, and their customer satisfaction speaks for itself. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Schedule your estimate today. Call 206-202-ROOF or visit them online at integrityrc.com. That's integrityrc.com.
Styles change, 12s grow, but Seahawks love, that's forever. From the young fans in their fresh new jerseys to the lifelong 12s in their throwback jackets. At the Pro Shop, we've got gear for 12s of every age and every walk of life. This is the Pro Shop. Shop official Seahawks gear in-store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton, or online at Seahawks.com/ProShop.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
I'm here with my real estate guy, Wes Jones of sellwithwes.com. And Wes, the year's almost over. It's the holidays, but the spring is going to come fast.
That's right. There's not a lot of time left this year. But here's the thing. It takes a lot to get a home ready to sell if you truly want the maximum value for it. So I would encourage you, let's start the conversation now if you're planning to sell next year. We'll walk through my pre-inspection program. If there's any improvements that need to be made, I can help line up the contractors. And if needed, we have options to pay for it out of the proceeds from the sale of your home. The important thing is to have a game plan from repairs to staging, pricing strategy, and marketing. And we can help you get a jump start right now.
There's a reason I say if you want to sell for more, sell with Wes. So go to sellwithwes.com, find out the real value of your home with Wes's home value calculator, then give him a call, schedule an appointment. Sellwithwes.com. That's sellwithwes.com. It really just is a better way to sell your home.
It's cold outside, and if you're noticing it's taking forever to heat your home, there are cold spots in certain rooms, your furnace turns off and on a lot, or it never stops, or maybe your energy bill is just way too high. These are all warning signs that your home needs a blanket. There may be something wrong with your insulation, which means not only are you uncomfortable in your own home, but you could be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in lost energy. Call Insulation Northwest today, and we'll send one of our professionals to give you a fast, free energy inspection to determine if there is a problem. And if there is a problem, we can fix it fast. Most jobs are completed in one day. You have nothing to lose. The inspection is free and only takes about an hour and could save you thousands. Keep the heat in, the cold out, and your energy bill low. Call Insulation Northwest today. Insulation Northwest, the real insulation company.
Please ask if you qualify for thousands of dollars of free rebates from your energy company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Cars for Kids reminds you time is running out to donate your car for 2025. Call 877-CARS4KIDS now to secure your 2025 tax deduction and vacation voucher. That's Cars with a K.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Heather Bosch. Auburn residents are being warned there continues to be a risk of flooding, fast-moving water, and hazardous debris flows from the White River. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey reports.
There are fresh warnings that the White River will flood again in Pacific and Auburn. It is at minor flood stage as of Friday morning, but the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration predicts the river could hit a moderate flood stage Friday night and then stay that way through the weekend and into early next week. The nearby Green River will remain at a minor flood stage. In Auburn, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A flood watch is in effect for most of western Washington with a warning along a few rivers. A winter storm warning is in effect for the mountains through tomorrow. More on that from KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha at Snoqualmie Pass.
We actually have some dusty snow, whereas earlier this morning, all I was able to pick up was really hard pieces of snow, that compact snow and ice. You're going to see the plows coming out. You're going to see clearing the roadways, but you do have to watch out for those slick spots as well as the snow that's coming down. And of course, going into the weekend, that winter storm warning is something everyone needs to take heed of.
1 to 2 feet of snow is expected in the mountains. This week's windstorm knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of western Washington customers. That is down to about 10,000. This Whidbey Island man giving props to utility crews.
They've been working their butts off. I mean, those guys, hats off to them. I mean, this has been a big storm, and there's a lot of outages, and, it's like triage, taking care of the masses as much as they can. And hopefully they get to take care of themselves at some point here.
The storm cleanup is going to take a while. If the legislature approves, Governor Bob Ferguson's $244 million supplemental budget would include $55 million to repair affordable homes, including those damaged by floods, as well as $81 million for new affordable rentals. Sports Illustrated has named Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh its breakout star of the year for 2025. The 29-year-old with a historic season.
There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino.
60 home runs, the most ever by a Seattle Mariner. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 203 points, NASDAQ ahead 271. KIRO News Radio traffic, here's Nate Connors.
Thanks, Heather. This report brought to us by Subaru of Puyallup. Good news up in Linwood. We cleared that earlier collision, North 5 at 196. Had 3 lanes blocked there for a while. So we're left with stop-and-go traffic starting at State Route 104, Seattle to Linwood. We're down to 25 minutes. Linwood to Seattle down to 20 minutes. Still slow from Northgate to or into downtown. But we've got this big collision still in South Center. It's North 5 right at the 509 interchange, blocking 2 left lanes. We're now bumper to bumper starting almost as far back as State Route 18. Federal to Seattle is spiked to an hour and 15 minutes. That's close to an hour delay. Of course, northbound 167 remains closed between Auburn and Kent, so that's not an option for you. Highway 99 is your option. We're starting to see it fill in, though, through Federal Way. And if you're heading to the airport expressway remains bumper to bumper from State Route 518 all the way down to the terminals. It's Subaru season, and now is the time to upgrade. During the Share the Love event, Subaru will donate $350 for every new vehicle purchased to charity. Visit SubaruofPuyallup.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Spotty showers with highs in the mid-40s. It's 44 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. Very excited to have Mike Lefko from 710 Seattle Sports join us right now. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thanks, guys. You know what? I was like, this Colts game wasn't going to be good, so I skipped that. Didn't want to come on with you guys. Well, I might not have been here, but I wanted to wait until they had a win like this to return to the show and talk about this impressive Seahawks performance.
Were you worried that it possibly might not have been a win and how you guys were going to approach that on 710 Seattle Sports?
Against the Rams or the Colts?
Against the Rams.
No, because I think you go in anticipating either team could win because of how close the last game was.
Yeah.
If they lose like they had last night, okay, that's fine. The Rams are a really good team. The Seahawks went neck and neck with them. You still have a lot to talk about because the Rams, if they had won, they show, well, look, you're a step away. You have a lot to do to get there, but you could to get back. But when you win like that in such epic fashion, now the best case scenario has come true, so you have plenty to talk about, not just leading into this week, but the rest of the season.
Let me ask you this, because I've had this happen to me, because I used to do the sports reports at the Rock Station, which is nothing like what you do. We just give them scores. But I would find myself kind of writing tomorrow's copy as the game goes on. And it's a totally different experience than just being a fan. Do you do that?
Can I tell you something? Yeah. So we do an instant reaction kind of thing where we have a lot of our writers write in-depth stories, but we want to get something out right away. So a few of us that aren't writing like a game story, the full in-depth quotes in the locker room, give our instant reaction. So it can go up, minutes from the game ending. Yeah. I wrote 3 different versions. I had this is demoralizing. Darnold shows again that he can't do it in a big game. The Rams have asserted themselves atop the NFC West and the NFC.
That's the broadcaster saying
delete. Okay. Demoralizing, but really close. Darnold led a valiant effort. The Seahawks are right there. Don't turn the ball over. They win this game. Delete. And then whatever just came out of my head as that wild, insane ending took place. And the fact that one of the most underutilized guys on the field is able to sneak open. That's not for the whole game. Eric Saubert, a guy who had been on IR for a good chunk of the year, who had been signed but kind of the third tight end.
Yeah.
That, no offense, no one had really talked about because he's not really a receiving threat. And I think the Rams completely forgot about him. So then he slips there into the most glorious open clearing of space. And then it was just almost anticlimactic. He's like, he's open.
Wide open.
Oh, he's wide open. Okay,
5
the game's
feet
over.
away.
Yeah.
That was, and was that a check down or was that the call?
No, that was part of the progression. And it's something where it's not the first option. And Darnold mentioned this kind of post game that you're looking for a couple things and credit the offensive line for holding up enough. And then Darnold for not panicking. And Saubert for after doing his block, recognizing, okay, now I got to carve out space and go settle in right into the middle of the field. So that is part of a progression, but it's not, I guess, the first read on that play.
And he did not run to that spot immediately.
No,
he would have given it away.
Floated in. Yep.
Yeah, hit a little chip block.
So the play was not, I don't believe, designed to go to him originally. But because of that, the Rams certainly not thinking the play is going to him. It led to that perfect circumstance of him being wide open.
When he caught it, I initially thought it was Barner because they have a similar body type, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this Barner guy. And then I was like, wait a minute, who is that?
Well, Barner looked like the second option, and he was covered off to the left flat in the end zone because it looks like JSM was the first option who was doubled, bookended.
Yep.
Do you want to hear a crazy stat? You probably already know this because you know all these stats. You know way more than we do. That was the first time that a team has won an overtime game on a 2-point conversion in NFL history.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's weird to think about because the overtime rules didn't used to be where both teams got possession.
You give the correct response. That was the first time.
I have more. Sorry, I have
Just
more
say,
amazing
whoa,
stats.
That's
okay,
crazy,
sorry.
man.
You're right.
He's a pro. He don't go,
what? He sounded like Al Michaels sounded calling that game last night.
Can I give you crazier stats that maybe you guys will say, whoa?
Okay, and I'll
you
respond.
probably
and
saw
I'll
this.
respond in a way that in this medium we like people to respond. Go ahead.
So Amazon, they kept showing it on the broadcast. The Seahawks were 0-152. All time. 172?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stats more
well, there you go. So you had it more than I did. They were 0-100 plus when trailing by 15 plus points in the fourth quarter.
What?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
The Rams were also the first team in NFL history to have over 500 yards of total offense, win a turnover battle, and something else, and still lose a game.
Holy smokes.
There we go. I should have reacted like that. Yeah.
That's how I have been feeling all night. I've been
it's
so
a great
excited.
Feeling, yeah.
Okay. How much was the crowd playing? Were you at the game last night?
I was not, no.
You were not at the game last night? Oh, yeah, because you were on vacation.
No, I was back. But we have so many people behind the scenes. We have so many people
You're
that
often
cover
at the
it.
game, though.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay,
but this was
but
a big game.
Night. Okay.
I'm going to reveal a little secret to you. I'm not important enough to go to the biggest games
That's
yet.
not true. You're important to us.
You're very important. I'm very important to you. I understand that. No. It was one where if you're going to be in a spot where you're watching as a fan or watching at home, to be able to cover this, it was better to watch at home.
I fully agree with that. How much do you guys think that the atmosphere for the fans played into how well that the Seahawks were playing on the field? Because I want to play you a clip. This is the crowd getting just totally jacked up by Chris Pratt before the game.
That was fun to watch, wasn't it?
That was great. And this guy sounded like he just did have zero voice. I don't know. He's very excited or maybe just getting over a cold or something.
He lives it on his sleeve. He totally wears his heart on his sleeve.
This is why he's a
fan.
superstar.
Yeah.
People love this. He's like a big puppy dog. But I'm going to play. He's getting everybody excited before the game, just totally hoarse. Listen to this.
Let's go, 12!
It's funny because when you're not seeing him do it, when you're just hearing him, I'll play more. But
You
it's
can't
like
see the vein in his forehead.
Well,
and
no,
his neck.
I'm hearing Emmett from the Lego movie. Just imagining Emmett on this, like 50-yard line.
That is phenomenal. To your question,
So you better check your pants, dude. Like,
it's coming up on this. To your question, I don't think there's any way that the Rams players down the stretch, as the Hawks were making this historic comeback, didn't feel that crowd and have it way in the back of their minds.
Well, Mike McDonald, the first thing he mentioned at his press conference was the crowd. Sometimes, and he acknowledges that sometimes they're locked in. They don't really pay attention to the environment. Players and coaches, they want to focus, and they try to block everything out, good or bad. He acknowledged it right away, and I do think that in that critical stretch, after Darnold throws the interception, when the Seahawks are down 14, the Rams' next 3 drives, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So the second that Rashid Shaheed has that touchdown, there's some nerves starting to creep in when all of a sudden you look up and it's a one-possession game. You go 3 and out and again. That's where it felt like the crowd really swayed everything. And then the A.J. Barner touchdown, I think that's the moment where it flips. Not even knowing that you'd have this most absurd 2-point conversion, that's where it flips and you feel like there's enough time left. The Seahawks can win this game and the crowd is going to push them to win this game. And I think the Rams got tight. They panicked a little bit down the stretch.
It was so fun to watch as they just kept hitting these 2-point conversions. And you're just sitting there going like, why aren't they throwing 2-point conversions all the time? I mean, why aren't they doing this all the time? It's a high risk, obviously.
3 of them.
3 of them. And then my son, who's 10, points this out to me this morning. He goes, hey, Dad, did you realize that there was no field goals last night? Myers just had nothing to do.
Whoa! Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to react.
That's a great.
He learns.
Yeah.
He learns.
This is why we love Mike.
Oh,
no,
my gosh.
but it is worth noting on a game where they're coming from where he's literally the only game in town. They win the game on his foot, and then they don't even. It's almost like the offense said, "Hey, you know what? Like, just take a seat for a second. We'll give you a little bit of a break. Let us prove that we can come out and also be competitive with these guys." I mean, it was just everybody did amazing last night. Even when they weren't doing great, they still all like came together and played great.
Well, perfect in the red zone after being 0 for the red zone against the Colts.
And if you want to take a little difference in that, how did the Seahawks win when they lose the turnover battle? -3. The Rams, 1 for 4 early on in red zone opportunities. They did not score touchdowns, and that made the difference. That kept the Seahawks in it. The Seahawks take advantage. We're sitting here after one of the most thrilling games in recent memory.
How many times did 3 times did the Rams go for it on 4th down and get it in that opening series? And, both coaches played to win that game.
Both teams played awesome. It was a great game.
I think you can hope for perhaps a part 3, and that would be in the NFC title game.
Yeah.
Who knows what'll happen? And looks like it could be here.
So Panthers, 49ers.
Yeah. Well, and both these
and you might have to win out. Remember we talked about this a few weeks ago?
Right.
You probably have to win out now because of the Niners.
Yeah. So if they drop either of those 2 games.
If the Niners win this week and then the Niners beat the Seahawks, the Niners are the 1 seed.
Will win the West.
Who nobody's been looking at saying like, oh, these guys are going to just bend the Rams.
We'll worry about that in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Phenomenal. Great job, Seahawks.
Welcome back. We missed you last week.
Thank you. Guys, always good to be back.
Mike. Yeah. Welcome back. All right, we've got a lot more coming up next. Actually, Spike, should we do a little gift exchange? We thought this would be fun. I brought a gift for you. You brought a gift for me.
I brought nothing
we got
for
Laura
Mike.
gifts. We didn't get anything from it. You know what? I'm going to find Mike a gift.
Hey, Amazon.
Next week.
Yeah.
30 minutes or less, Amazon.
I had a swing line stapler around here that I want you to have.
That's mine.
Is that yours? Oh, okay. All right, we'll be right back. Stick around.
Thank you to all of our great KIRO News Radio listeners.
This is the moment.
For making the 37th year of Holiday Magic our biggest one yet.
It is a celebration that benefits Treehouse.
Thanks to your generosity and the important work of Treehouse, kids in foster care will have the holiday they wished for.
We ask you to give. You do. You always come through.
You can still donate. Just head to mynorthwest.com/holidaymagic.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Breast cancer is a tough battle for anyone to fight. But when you can't work, care for your kids, or even put food on the table, that diagnosis can be devastating. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to support Northwest Hope and Healing. Our mission is to provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare, so patients can focus on healing. For more than 25 years, Northwest Hope and Healing has distributed over $3 million to thousands of local cancer patients, and you can help make a difference in our community. Join us on Saturday, January 31st for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of fine wine, gourmet cuisine, and inspiration at Mary Hill Winery in the heart of Woodinville wine country. Get your tickets now for Cork, Fork, and Support on January 31st. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
This is the sale car buyers wait for. 6 dealerships, 1 family. It's the Harnish Auto Family year-end super sale. Wrap up the year with huge savings on 22 acres of new and pre-owned vehicles. Come get your best deal now. Visit harnishautofamily.com.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels, a $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today.
Here we go. We're back. This is great Christmas music. Vince Guaraldi Trio. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Can you play the piano, right?
No.
Oh, you don't? You play any instruments?
I play guitar. I know 3 chords. I have 7 guitars.
Okay.
So I try to spread them around across the guitar.
play jingle
Although
bells.
I learned how to play. From
great.
this.
Oh, you learned how to play this part.
The little finger roll. My kid plays that part. My kid can play that part, and I can sit at the other end of the piano and go.
That's nice. I can't do any of it, but I like it. It's a nice sound.
I play mouth organ.
Yeah. Oh, I can do that.
Sorry. We're wasting precious time here. We do have
precious time.
We got a mission.
Gifts.
Yeah.
If you guys want to watch on the video camera, we thought we could bring Christmas into your living rooms or however you watch this and share gifts together and open gifts together. I didn't know you were getting me a gift. This is a surprise, and I don't think you knew I was getting you a gift.
I didn't know that you were getting me a gift at all.
You and I collectively thought we would get Laura and Andrew gifts, and then Laura also collectively with us. There's a lot of gifts. These are dual gifts from a lot of people.
A lot of gift of the Magi going on here today.
Should we start with Andrew? Actually,
Well, I didn't know we were going to do gifts today. I gave mine way too early.
He already made us. He already got us gifts earlier in the week.
Wonderful thoughts. What's what said? You know what? This guy's an ace.
And it was phenomenal.
He's an ace.
And then we said, "Oh, geez, now we got to reciprocate."
His was homemade too. Nothing says I really care about you guys and appreciate working with you. Homemade gifts.
This guy's a baker. I didn't realize that. He made the best cookies I have ever tasted
Shortbread's
in my life.
Holiday favorite too.
I love shortbread as well. He made them for my family, and I ate all of them that day.
I think
by
before
myself.
leaving the studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're so good. So let's start with Andrew. And Andrew, this is from Spike and Laura and myself.
Okay.
And Laura,
okay, there it's on.
you identified what he would love, right?
I did a little behind the scenes investigating.
Yeah.
Which
wow.
involved
Look at that.
asking Andrew, what do you want?
Nice.
It's I finally get to talk about this on the air. I don't know how much the church will appreciate this, but it's Rainier Gin. Rainier makes gin. And,
is that your favorite?
My absolute favorite.
Okay.
Well,
I
you
highly
should know
recommend
that
it.
we made that ourselves. We grew the junipers and squeezed those ourselves.
Wonderful.
We appreciate what you do for us.
It took them
buddy.
all year.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Laura, could you?
Merry
could
Christmas.
You be kind
Laura,
enough
also yours.
Yeah.
If you want to open yours.
Yeah, I'll open mine.
Okay, Laura's opening it up. She looks very excited. You can tell. And she has no idea what this could possibly be.
Get the ribbon.
It's an
Patty
oblong,
did too good of a
tear
job.
the paper.
shaped
Gonna
bag in
tear
the
into it.
Yeah,
shape
by the
of-
way, Patty, our executive assistant.
It's my favorite
It's her favorite type of
Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay wine.
We noticed that when we start getting all spun up in Seahawk football talk, you sit there with nothing to do. So next time we start talking Seahawks, you can pop that
I'll have
bottle.
something
and
to do.
You'll have something to do
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
We would never do it on the air. Encourage people to. do it.
And
Yes, we wouldn't.
Absolutely not.
Open your card because that's really.
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
I should have done the card first. That
No,
was
no,
so
no,
rude of me.
nope. You've done this perfectly. You've done this perfectly, as a good producer does.
So it looks in the card like it's just cash, but Spike,
Ooh, okay.
explain the gift. Did you write down what it is?
You have dropped some subtle hints over the course of the
So
year.
subtle.
That you would like to have you wished you had an executive membership at Costco.
Hold on.
Just
I know.
like Spike and myself.
I know exactly how much money this is.
Yeah,
This
it's
is the exact
it's the
amount
difference.
it will take me
To upgrade your membership.
my Costco membership.
There you go.
And
You guys-
I want to make you promise that we will do this every year. We will help renew the difference for your Costco
Are you going
executive
in on my
membership.
rebate? That seems
That's
only
your
fair.
no.
We
That's
don't-
your
no,
rebate.
that's
That's
your
your
rebate.
rebate.
That's your rebate.
That's
I
the
get
beauty
to
of
join
Wait a
the
minute,
club.
what,
early admittance.
What did you just promise? You just promised a
next
renewal
next
every year?
December. Yeah.
That's going to lock us into like the same boring gift every year.
What if the
Oh.
prices go up?
If she finds value in it, she's going to continue it on her own.
See, you're giving her life lessons. I was trying to just give her charity.
No,
you're teaching her to shop.
Listen, this is not a. This is
Teach a man to fish.
Right.
That wouldn't be nice for us to give the same thing every year.
That's
Let's
fair.
you and me open.
That's fair.
We're short on time. We only have like seconds left here.
Well, this was very generous. Thank you both.
Enjoy.
You are
Enjoy.
very
We're gonna
welcome.
love it.
We appreciate
I'm so
all the hard
excited to
work
be
you
part
do
of the
every
club.
day.
Quickly, Spike, you have amazing wrapped gifts.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's just tear them open.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. We're opening gifts here. Very nice.
This feels like a trophy of some kind.
This feels like. Oh, I love this. Well, I don't know what it is, but it's a box.
I've got the world's biggest mug, and it doesn't say poop.
Oh my
love it.
gosh, yours is actually cool.
This is cool.
Is this a Sonics old Sonics?
That
like,
is
jersey?
a Sonics shoot-around shirt. A game shoot-around
I
shirt.
remember them wearing this.
I've had that for 25 years.
Spike, this is genuinely meaningful.
I've
Mine's
had that-
kind of a joke gift.
No, it's okay. This is the world's largest change cup. I'll be able to, if I fill this, I can retire.
I didn't want you to have to keep getting extra coffee, so I got you that giant cup. This is ridiculous, Spike. Thank you so much.
That's when you were That's when you were in the NBA.
Yes.
Was that era?
I know.
And I've had that forever.
Oh, that's nice.
And I said,
Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas,
That's
brother.
awesome. Merry Christmas
Laura,
to
Merry
you.
Christmas. Andrew, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to the audience
Happy
out there.
holidays.
We got a lot more coming up. Stick around.
So, how's your research going?
Surprising! After I figured out the top-rated TVs in our price range, I went shopping for deals.
And who's the best?
It wasn't the internet, and it wasn't the warehouse club.
But?
It was video only. They had better deals on the Samsung, LG, and the Sony TVs that got the highest scores.
Better than online and at the club?
I know! Video only beat them all. And now we can afford an even better model for the same price. My research really paid off.
If we buy it video only.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'll be sorry.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
For seniors, the holidays can be fun family time, but can also be a stressful time if you're struggling with bills. Our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says a reverse mortgage may be the holiday gift you're looking for.
Many seniors love their home but are struggling with mortgage payments and other bills. A reverse mortgage lets you tap your home equity for tax-free cash. You can pay off your debts and maybe put some extra money in the bank for peace of mind. You've worked hard for that home equity. Now let it work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. You'll get a no-pressure consultation directly from me or a highly experienced senior advisor. Never a sales pitch and never, ever an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust from the reverse mortgage experts, Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts, and debt consolidation specialists too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
It's cold outside, and if you're noticing it's taking forever to heat your home, there are cold spots in certain rooms, your furnace turns off and on a lot, or it never stops, or maybe your energy bill is just way too high. These are all warning signs that your home needs a blanket. There may be something wrong with your insulation, which means not only are you uncomfortable in your own home, but you could be wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in lost energy. Call Insulation Northwest today, and we'll send one of our professionals to give you a fast, free energy inspection to determine if there is a problem. And if there is a problem, we can fix it fast. Most jobs are completed in one day. You have nothing to lose. The inspection is free and only takes about an hour and could save you thousands. Keep the heat in, the cold out, and your energy bill low. Call Insulation Northwest today. Insulation Northwest, the real insulation company.
Please ask if you qualify for thousands of dollars of free rebates from your energy company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Get a quote today at Progressive.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. The Justice Department was to release all of its Jeffrey Epstein files today, and hundreds of thousands are expected. The first are reportedly being released now. Scott McFarland reports.
The issue we're facing right now is why is it only a part of the overall records? Because the law requiring the release of the full Epstein files does just that. It requires the full Epstein files by today. The Department of Justice, speaking this morning with Fox News, said through the Deputy Attorney General that there's a lot of work here to make sure that privacy is maintained for things that have to stay private.
President Trump announced today more drug companies are lowering prices.
As of today, 14 out of the 17 largest pharmaceutical companies, but they've all agreed, have now agreed to drastically lower drug prices for their American patients, for the American people and patients. This represents the greatest victory for patient affordability in the history of American healthcare by far.
The suspect in the Brown University shooting and the killing of an MIT professor took his own life, and authorities are now trying to come up with a motive. Nancy Cordes reports the Trump administration is taking a closer look at how he came to be in the U.S.
This suspect came into the country initially under a student visa in the early 2000s, but then in 2017 or so, he was granted a visa as part of this diversity lottery program that hands out 50,000 green cards every year to people from countries that are underrepresented here in the U.S.
That program was paused today. Dangerous winds are sweeping across the U.S., causing a lot of flight delays. CBS's Lily at Luciano has the latest from Newark Airport.
Because of wind conditions, LaGuardia delays are right now over 1 hour, and JFK over 147 minutes. That's longer than 2 hours. Other airports that are pretty severely impacted are Denver, and Boston as well has about an hour plus.
Hurricane-force winds were forecast for parts of Colorado. In Oregon, there were evacuations as rivers continue to rise after repeated storms. Heather Roberts reports.
Southeast of Portland, Clackamas County issued numerous go-now evacuation orders overnight after the Clackamas River overflowed its banks. It's expected to crest at major flood stage today. Schools in Oregon City closed due to impassable roads. Other districts couldn't open due to power outages. The Portland area remains under a flood watch through tomorrow afternoon.
On Wall Street at the closing bell, stocks finished higher, the Dow up 183 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Day 3 without power for many of you. That story coming up. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. Here's Nate Connors.
All right, Heather, Seattle Sports has the update. Down in South Center, turns out that collision was actually in the southbound lanes. I've been saying northbound all this time. Right there at the State Route 509 interchange. It doesn't matter anymore because it cleared about 15 minutes ago. So that southbound backup is pretty much cleared out. Northbound backup, however, is a looky-loo backup, and that's what I thought was the direction of the collision, because your bumper-to-bumper starting at State Route 18 fed away to Seattle an hour and 20 minutes. Over to SeaTac Airport, the Airport Expressway is improving, but it's still packed about halfway up from the terminals. Tacoma to Olympia, you're at 55 minutes. You got a 3-mile backup through JBLM. More slowing heading into Olympia. North 5 slows between Lakewood and the Tacoma Mall. Heading into Seattle, South 5 is crowded from Northgate into downtown. Linwood to Seattle close to 25 minutes. On 405, southbound packed through Factoria, and North 405 jams up approaching 527 in Canyon Park into Alderwood. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Heather Bosch.
The situation's very serious for our state and will be for a very, very long time. There's no two ways around that.
Governor Bob Ferguson, as he surveyed the damage from a series of storms 1 week ago, we saw several rivers cresting at record levels. Today, there's a flood watch for much of western Washington. Meteorologist Anna Lindemann says there's a potential for new flooding along rivers that have dams as dam operators work to ease pressure behind them.
The dam operators kind of have to act very quickly, releasing water, when there's more incoming water.
That includes the White and Green rivers, where we saw levee breaches this week. Thousands around western Washington are still without power after windstorms midweek.
Better news Friday morning for Snohomish County and Camino Island residents. Snohomish PUD reporting 3,800 homes and businesses are without power. That's down from 14,000 this time Thursday morning. The hardest hit areas, Camino Island and Stanwood, Snohomish, Arlington, and Granite Falls. It's been a long week for people living here, flooding, heavy rain, and those power outages. Crews are working around the clock to restore electricity. In Marysville, Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A winter storm warning is in effect for the mountains through tomorrow, where 1 to 2 feet of snow is expected. In Kitsap County, a dangerous dog investigation is underway.
Hey, sir, get in your car!
Kitsap County deputies say 4 dogs attacked another dog and then bit the people who tried to intervene in Bremerton earlier this week. One person suffered a severe facial wound. Prosecutors say a Bellevue and a Federal Way man have pleaded guilty to selling millions of dollars worth of stolen goods through Amazon and eBay. Investigators say Andrew Ballin and Vitaly Bobak knew they were purchasing stolen items at their Burien pawn shop, turning around and selling them online. As part of his plea deal, Ballin has agreed to forfeit $1 million. The Seahawks overcame a 16-point deficit in the fourth quarter last night to beat the LA Rams and take control of the division.
Darnold has time, looks inside, it's caught! Touchdown! Make an extra point, make a conversion. I don't care what it is. The Seahawks win the game again on the last play of the game.
The Hawks win it at home 38-37. This weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Spotty showers with highs in the mid-40s. It's 44 in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Lots of great stuff to get to. We just had a phenomenal hour. We just talked about Seahawks. We just had a gift exchange. If you guys missed any of that, go back and you can watch us live on YouTube, and you can also rewatch the show on YouTube. After every show we finish, we load it up there. It's got the entire show. It's a lot of fun. People enjoy it. You can share it with your friends, which we hope you do. You could subscribe so you never miss a second. Spike's got his comically large novelty coffee mug, which I got him.
I don't know if you guys can get the camera on this real quick, because I think I see a problem if I do the show like this.
You're right. You could swim in that thing. It's pretty big. It's also talk about blood pressure from the game last night. If you drink that full of coffee, we're going to have problems.
It's an uber requiring level of eggnog you could put in this. Not that I'm doing that now.
There you go. Yeah, it's massive.
I love this.
But it was more of a novelty gift. You got me actually like sentimental, wonderful gift. A Sonics shoot-around jersey from the era when I was a ball boy.
Yeah.
Which was that you have had in your collection.
I've had my collection for nearly 30 years. I did a little quick math during the break there. But you know what, though, when I saw it, when I came across it this summer, and I know what that era of your life means to you.
Yeah.
It was an easy call to make.
Ah, I love it.
It's where it belongs. It's
I'm going
home.
to treasure it. It's now going to be with me for forever. I'm going to frame it and put it in my house. Thank you for that.
You betcha.
So we have had, those are joyous things that we're talking about. There's also a lot of stuff happening right now that's very, very difficult. And we want to highlight these businesses, this flood that we've just had, which then led to road closures,
road destruction,
landslides. It's affecting businesses in a real way. And so I saw the story the other day about how in Skykomish, that poor town is, it's a beautiful little spot. We go there every summer, my family and I. I've told you guys about this. They have this miniature railway there that you can go and ride on with your kids. It's so great, and it's free, and the kids love it, and it's great, and it's beautiful. There's like no more beautiful area than Skykomish in the summertime. And
I hate to say this, I've only driven past.
Really?
I've
got to cross that bridge and
I've
go
driven
into town.
past 100 times or more.
Yeah, it's very cool. They're revitalizing that town, and they're doing really amazing things. And there's businesses like the one we're about to talk to, who are investing their time and their resources into making that not just a stopover, but a place that people actually want to go and spend time. You can stay there on your way up to the pass when the road's open, but that's the problem right now. Is Highway 2 is
ski
closed.
vacations at Stevens.
Yeah,
this is the perfect
spot,
perfect hub for the family and friends.
Let me talk. Let me welcome our guest right now. His name is Henry Sladek. He is the inn owner at the Cascadia Inn, and he joins us right now via phone. He would be joining us normally through video, but his entire town is out of power right now. They're still without power. Henry, welcome to the show.
Hi. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Henry, tell us a little bit about what's happening in Skykomish right now, and then we can kind of broaden the conversation out to what you guys are specifically dealing with at the inn, this historical inn, which is fantastic. But tell us a little bit about what's happening in Skykomish right now.
Sure. Right now, we are, as you mentioned, we're still out of power. We've been out of power probably about roughly 6 out of the last 7 days. It came off and on a couple times, but mostly out. And it's out right now. Hopefully it'll be on again soon, but a lot of people have been dealing with that as well. And people recovering. There were a number of homes that got flooded here. Some damage in the yard, some in houses, mostly houses and stuff like that. But they're recovering and really just kind of waiting to see what's, I guess we're going to get to the discussion of the highway, but see what's going to happen with the highway, because right now it's a really quiet town. Up to Skykomish here is a long dead-end road. So
tell me a little bit about for you guys who live in Skykomish and who have businesses in Skykomish, how important is that highway being open to the survival of your city, of your little town?
Yeah, well, it's really huge because it's not only people, as you mentioned, people that come here for skiing, for instance. In the winter, it's kind of a great ski stop or place to stay closest to the pass. But it's also a great stopping point, probably even more stopping point for folks that are going to Leavenworth and beyond, to Chelan and Methow Valley and all that. So, and in the summer, people come up here for hiking and stuff. So it's basically outdoor recreation in this area. And so, when the highway's closed, right now you can still get to Skykomish, but you can't go past. So, again, it just means the town has been pretty quiet. I mean, there's pretty much just locals around, and the businesses that are open, all of us are open. Even with the power out, we have generators. We're all pretty used to running that way. But, as you can imagine, there's probably 5-10% of the normal business that's going on here.
Wow.
I just watched the classic film White Christmas, which is basically the story of an inn who needed help to get people to come in the doors, and because all the services and love and wonder that they're offering, that's kind of the story in Skykomish right now. What is the community doing to help its neighbors right now? Where are people? Are they rallying at different places? I read that the library is open for people to come and warm up and just commune together.
Yeah. Like I said, all the businesses and even some of the other organizations are open. We have a town hall here that's open on generator. We have the King County Library is open and operates on generator. There's a little creative arts maker space and gallery that's open. They pretty much run off and on generator, but all the businesses here run on generator except for the gas station. So we have a deli that's out on the highway. People probably recognize that because most people do just drive by.
Yeah.
As I heard you mention.
I'm sorry.
But in town here, there's a nice little coffee shop right on the main corner, and the Whistling Post Pub that's right down the street from us, and we're a little farther down the street here as a cafe. We're open 4 days a week. It's around the weekend, based around the weekend, Friday through Monday. But all of us are open and operating on generator. So there's lots of places to come and get warm for locals, and locals all help each other as well. I mean, lots of homes and residents have generators because they're prepared for it, and we all kind of look out for our neighbors. I mean, there are folks that are elderly or don't have the resources, and there's always a neighbor or somebody can help them get to some place they can get warm or food and stuff like that.
That's the beauty of small town America, bud. Hey, I know you guys are King County. A lot of people don't. You're so far off the grid, if you may. Have you get from? I think Puget Sound Energy is the one that's trying to get the power restored to town. Do they give you? Are they able to give you any idea when that's going to be back online? Because running generators ain't a cheap process.
No, it's not. And right now, the estimated time is for late tonight. So, and the fact that this is sort of an outpost, I mean, we're in the far northeast corner. Most people don't realize that. We're in the far northeast corner of King County, and really the only way to get here is Highway 2, which most of the way goes back through Snohomish County. So, it's kind of difficult to get to, but the county does, and PSE does the best they can. But yeah, and again, most people up here that live full time have come to recognize and live with that. So kind of the trade-off for living in such a beautiful place.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your inn? You run the Cascadia Inn, which is pretty historical. I was on your website checking it out, and I've driven by it. I actually, when I was growing up, I grew up in this area. I grew up in Lake Stevens, and and then when I was very young, we would go. I was part of a basketball team that came up and used to play at Skycomish at your guys' gym at that school in Skycomish, which is a really cool old that must have been built in like the 20s or 30s. Am I right? That gym?
Yeah, in the 30s.
It's one of those ones where is it one of the ones where they have it's like the catwalk. The viewing area is like above the court. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, because the court pretty much takes the main floor space, and there's a little bit of seating down there just off of the court. But you go up a set of stairs, and like you say, there's a catwalk with some seating, some bleacher seating that's about 2 or 3 rows deep. So you're sitting up, up above the gym.
It's like the Hoosiers.
Wow, it's exactly like Hoosiers. It's so cool. Oh. It's beautiful. But I hadn't really spent much time in Skycomish until I had a family of my own, and I got 4 boys, and we're always looking for stuff to do, day trips and things like that. So we ended up driving up to Skycomish because my wife heard that you guys had 2 things. You had you have a little tiny gauge railway where people can actually sit on top of these model trains, which are just beautiful, and it's open during the summertime through October, I think. And then there's also like an old-fashioned candy store, and for families with kids, these little spots are so meaningful because parents get in the car and they can keep the kids quiet for an hour and a half while you get out of town. But you guys also, for anybody who wants to stay overnight, you have the Cascadia Inn. Tell us a little bit about your inn.
Sure. Yeah. So it's a 14-room and 2-story. So all the rooms are upstairs. Again, it's the old style, kind of seeing the old movies or Old West. It was built in 1922, so it's a little over 100 years old. And so upstairs are the rooms, 14 rooms. Downstairs we have the cafe. It takes about half of the downstairs, and then there's a lobby and a small guest lounge and kitchenette for guest use, and a small apartment. So it's just an old style inn. We're open 24/7, 365 days a year. We're busy usually through the holidays, even Christmas and Thanksgiving, even though the cafe is closed. And we're real busy seasonally. So kind of as you'd expect in the winter, the ski area and the other outdoor winter recreation and stuff like that. And in the summer we get a lot of business from basically hikers come up here, do hiking, rock climbing, biking, mountain bike park. We're really we're one of the towns along the Pacific Crest Trail. if folks are aware of that, that's that trail that goes from Mexico to Canada that gets thousands of people now every year, and they make their way up here usually in late August and September. So the town gets overrun on some days with these long distance hikers. So it's pretty cool, yeah. And we get lots of bicyclists and stuff.
Where can people find you, Henry, if they wanted to, because I can't recommend you guys as a town enough. It's such a cool place to go. It really does feel like Spike said a second ago, like you're in Christmas in Connecticut, or
it's a small town America. The things that we think are gone forever, but they're not gone.
Yeah. So where can they find you guys, Henry?
Yeah, it is really small town America. So if you go to the chamber, our small chamber, which is the group of businesses up here, has a website called Visit Skykomish. But specifically, you can find us at historiccascadia.com, or if you just Google lodging or restaurants or food and beverage in Skykomish or even Stevens Pass area, you'll find us. Either way, you'll find us and some of the surrounding businesses as well.
Fantastic. All right, well, Henry, we're pulling for you, and I hope you guys. I hope the road gets open soon, and I hope more immediately. I hope your power comes back on, because I know how tough that is to try to navigate.
Yeah, thank you. We're looking forward to it, and then the next thing is hoping that they can get access and get open at the ski area. But if not, we'll be trying to welcome folks to come up and just do a little getaway, if nothing else, once the recovery's done here, which hopefully be done in the next week or so.
Do you guys have a tree lighting ceremony? Do you guys have a tree lighting?
We do, and we just did that. That was the first weekend in December. But then we also have another little cool small town tradition, which is on Christmas Eve. So on the 24th, Santa comes again he's delivered on the fire engine. The volunteer fire department puts on Santa, and they come down to the center of town, and all the kids and local folks gather, and Santa gives out presents to all the kids. So
you're kidding.
It's a tradition. No, it happens and lots of folks, there's a few folks from down the valley even come up for it, or people that used to live here know about it will come up for it. So it'll be happening again here on Christmas Eve.
Well, let me ask you this. If our listeners feel like they want to introduce their kids to see Santa, which is a pretty enticing invitation, are they also welcome to come, or is this just a small town thing?
Sure. Yep. No, they're welcome. It's 6:00, I believe, 6:00. But you could check on that website or give us a call. You can call either town hall or the visitor center, and but I believe it's 6:00 on Christmas Eve.
That's
right
amazing.
In the center of town. Can't miss it.
Yeah,
can't miss it.
Wait for the tree run by the generator. No, you'll have power back then. I promise. You'll have
and
power
he'll be
by
prompt
then.
too. He's busy that night, so it's amazing he makes that stop. That's great. All right, that's Henry Sladek, Cascadia Inn owner. You can check them out at find them online. Just look up lodging in Skykomish. You're going to find them.
HistoricCascadia.com. Great site. Yeah.
Henry, thanks so much for your time, and all the best.
Great. All right. Thanks for the call, and thanks for having me on. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Merry Christmas, bud.
Merry Christmas, man. All right.
I'm looking at the breakfast menu.
I know, man.
I'm like, dude.
These are the fun. These are the things. If you can find the time to go and spend some money in these little towns.
Hey, if you were planning to go to Leavenworth for the Christmas season and
that's
you can't
what I was
get there,
wondering.
You can't get to Leavenworth right now. I mean, we were thinking about them.
This is actually an incredible opportunity for Skykomish.
Yeah, it is.
They need to rebrand themselves as
Closer than Leavenworth.
Closer than Leavenworth. In fact, that should be their town motto, like on the bridge. Guess what? You're either halfway there or you're there.
You're here. Yeah.
We should help them marketing-wise. I guess we're helping them right now.
We're doing what we can.
So Leavenworth did a Bavarian theme, which was very smart. They didn't used to be, it's not naturally a Bavarian town. No, it's not. They came up with that. They said, hey, what if we just made it this aesthetic where everything is Bavarian? It'll feel like the Alps, but it's in Washington.
How can we make the most of the scenic, beautiful, world-class views?
It's a really fascinating story.
Yeah.
Go find, if you guys don't know about this, go look it up. You can read all about it and how they did. Skykomish, they have all this great stuff. They have all the same stuff that Leavenworth has, but they're closer. So go to Skykomish.
Yeah.
The road's open. Everything's open.
I'm going to make a promise. When the road opens up and I get to travel east again, I'm never going to drive past Skykomish again.
You got to go in.
I'm going to pop myself in.
You got to go in. Yeah. You ever watch Cars?
Yeah, you bet.
Do you know that little town they're trying to like attract
Radiator
people in town?
Springs.
Radiator Springs.
Right.
It's just like Radiator
Before
Springs.
66 went in, they were the main drag.
It's a beautiful little town. If you just take a minute to like slow down a second and go and enjoy it, you might be surprised by what you find. All right. We have a lot more coming up. Spike had a hilarious thing happen to him when he's just trying to send gifts.
Oh,
you were at the, was this the UPS?
U.S. Post Office, my friend. USPS. USPS.
Emphasis on the PS.
No, they work. Well, no. Yeah. I'm trying to be kind.
I know you are.
But oh my gosh, folks, I could hear 3 people in the back jingling and jangling, yakking it up, probably enjoying a coffee and a butterhorn, while one person worked the 5 counters up front.
Government work, Spike.
Line out the door.
No,
line out the door.
Can we come back to this?
Yes.
Because you've identified a very specific problem that only comes up during the holidays, and I think I got an argument with my wife. Not an argument, a discussion.
Yeah, a discussion.
We had a discussion the other day.
Discussion.
A respectful discussion. And
what's that like?
It's exactly what you went through.
Okay.
So I need your advice, but I want to hear what happened to you.
Okay.
All right. Stick around. We'll be right back.
This hour is brought to you by Insulation Northwest.
Here we go. Darnold has time. Looks inside. It's caught. The Seahawks win the game.
Playoff berth?
An instant classic.
This is who we are. That's Seahawks football.
Check.
Probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
With the playoffs looming, what's next?
You know, we're always going to fight.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
They now have the inside track on having the best record in the NFC.
And the home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
Looking for a high school that nurtures both the mind and spirit? Archbishop Murphy High School is where academic excellence meets faith-based education. With a 100% graduation rate and a college prep program designed to challenge and inspire, our students are prepared for whatever the future holds. But it's more than just academics. Archbishop Murphy's robust athletics, arts, and co-curricular activities ensure that every student finds their passion and thrives. Archbishop Murphy High School believes in educating the whole person. That's why we offer a vibrant campus life where students grow not only academically, but also spiritually, socially, and physically. Don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself. Schedule a visit and discover how Archbishop Murphy High School can help your students succeed. Visit am-hs.org. IRG Physical and Hand Therapy proudly supports Archbishop Murphy High School, where your story begins. am-hs.org.
Smarter clean in half the time. Brought to you by Swiffer Power Mop. Tired of the mop and bucket struggle? The Swiffer Power Mop gives you a mop and bucket clean without all the extra work. It's an all-in-one cleaning tool that mops smarter, not harder. With built-in solution that breaks down dirt and grime. And a pad with over 300 scrubbing strips to absorb and lock sticky messes. It even gets into places a regular mop can't. And leaves your home smelling fresh for hours. Try the Swiffer Power Mop today. Love it or your money back.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rurecka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Did you know that over the past 10 years, home values have increased the most during the first quarter of the year? So how much is your home worth right now? Check it out instantly at sellwithwest.com. Sure, there are other apps out there you can use, but most of them are national companies. If you want local expertise, someone who actually knows what's happening with the housing market in your neighborhood, there's no one more local than Wes Jones. If you're even thinking about making a move in 2025, go to sellwithwest.com, sellwithwest.com, and start by using their free home value calculator to see what your home is worth. It might be worth more than you think. You'll get so much more than just a number from Wes Jones. We're talking about recent sales in your neighborhood, the market temperature in your city, side-by-side comparisons of multiple online estimates. You can even calculate how much equity you have, and even a breakdown of how your home's value has changed over time. So here's what you have to do. Go to sellwithwest.com, type in your address, and bam, you'll have instant access to all of this and more. It's fast, easy, it's local. Sellwithwest.com, a better way to sell your home.
For 50 years, Bucky's Complete Auto Repair has earned local trust with honest pricing and guaranteed repairs. That's why they're Carfax preferred. No gimmicks, just great service. Bucky's.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Jillian Raftery. A winter storm warning is in effect for the mountains through tomorrow. 1 to 2 feet could drop, but that means ski season can finally start as soon as tomorrow.
Crystal Mountain is officially opening for winter business. Enough snow piled up this week to get the slopes running. So it will be special limited access only. You have to make a parking reservation before you go. WashDOT will be helping out. The resort can't start normal access until Highway 410 repairs are finished. The highway was, of course, heavily damaged in those historic floods.
That's Samantha Lomibaugh with KIRO 7 TV. And rivers are still high, but even with rain and snow in the forecast, National Weather Service meteorologist Anna Lindeman says major flood danger is not expected.
Things might go up slightly, but we're expecting conditions to stay below flood stage for the Skagit River.
There is a potential for flooding along rivers that have dams as dam operators work to ease pressure behind them. Crews are making progress on all those power outages. Just 4,000 Puget Sound Energy customers are in the dark at this point. More than 2,000 power outages with Snohomish County PUD. Now let's check our closing bell report. Just in moments ago, Governor Bob Ferguson is proposing a $2.1 billion investment in transportation and an overhaul of Washington's transportation spending priorities to focus on maintenance and preservation. He says $164 million will go to paving just in the summer of 2026.
Fixing potholes is not sexy. I understand that, but it is important.
Ferguson says he will not raise taxes for this. The money will come from bonding and existing revenue passed in the last legislative session. A fight over concrete and $184 million between Sound Transit and the contractor building the I-90 light rail project. Of course, that project has been delayed by 3 years, mostly by an order from Sound Transit to replace 5,000 concrete track ties called plinths. Contractor Hewitt Hoffman tells the Puget Sound Business Journal the plinths had been reviewed and approved and that the track was 90% complete. They're asking for the money to cover labor and materials over the last 3 years. On Wall Street, markets are mostly up at this point, countering yesterday. Dow is up 0.38%, S&P 500 up 0.88%, NASDAQ up 1.31%. Now let's get a check on your drive. Nate Connors has your report.
Hey, thanks, Jillian. Seattle Mariners has the update. Heading into Seattle South 5, just past I-90, the I-90 interchange, that is. A disabled bus is in the HOV lane. That's why you're bumper to bumper to the Ship Canal Bridge. But the backup actually starts to slow back in Northgate. Linwood to Seattle is going to take it 25 minutes. Southbound 405, we're now packed between Southeast 8th and Bellevue, past Cold Creek Parkway. Bellevue to Renton, 25 minutes. If you're heading to SeaTac Airport, it's been busy out there all day. That expressway is slowly improving, but it's still packed at least halfway up from the terminals. Federal Way to Seattle has improved big time. We're down to a 40-minute commute after we cleared that earlier collision in South Center. You're still slow, though, from the Fife Curve into South Center. Tacoma to Olympia, pushing an hour. Southbound 405 slows from Damson Road in Alderwood to 527, where we have a few cars on the left shoulder there causing a distraction to drivers. This holiday season, give the gift of Mariners baseball. Grab tickets to next season's biggest games like opening day on March 26th at mariners.com/tickets. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Cloudy and spotty showers to end the week. About the same tomorrow with highs in the mid-40s and lots of snow in the mountains. It's 44 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to get into a tale of Spike's in just a moment. He had a very interesting experience trying to get something posted for the holidays. I do have to make a correction here. I got a lot of text messages from people. I'm going to read one that this is the gist of what the corrections were. It says, Jake, you're wrong again. You can get to Leavenworth from East Portal coming over Blewett Pass. So I wasn't saying that Leavenworth is closed. I understand that you can get there on I-90.
And while we're making corrections, I believe I'm the guy that said you couldn't get to Leavenworth.
Well, I may have echoed that then,
Okay.
and I'm fine taking the blame. I just want this person to, and everyone in Leavenworth, I hope that people find you as well. I understand that 40% of the money that Leavenworth makes is during the Christmas season.
Just December alone, the mayor said on Gene Ursula 2 days ago, and we've been saying that repeatedly.
Of course, we love Leavenworth.
But when you're a Skorheim with a car full of kids, and you live in
Snohomish County, and you're taking 2.
Right. Sure, you could go down 5 across 90 over 97 to Blewett.
Yeah.
And then down 297. Believe me, dude. We
know 206. Yeah. We know.
Imagine you're at noon. Imagine you're at noon and you want to get to 1 o'clock. You're asking us to go to 11:10. I go the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's a lot further.
Or, as it relates to Skykomish, which is the interview that we were just doing,
for them, let's just highlight Skykomish for a minute.
Yeah.
Encourage people to go there. That was the point of that. But we did get a lot of those. I don't want people to think that Leavenworth is closed. It's not closed. It's still open. People love it. It's great.
They have power.
And
they got their power back.
They got power, and they got a Christmas tree, and I can't recommend it highly enough.
By the way, I mentioned this yesterday. The Christmas train still has seating available.
There you go. You can still get to Leavenworth
on the Christmas train. You bet, yeah.
Which actually sounds really fun.
Yeah, it's a great
I've never
trip.
done it. Have you done it?
I haven't done it. My kid was a little older than we figured out. I got no excuse. I haven't done it.
We've ridden the train out of North Bend. There's like a Christmas train on North Bend, but it doesn't go to Leavenworth.
Well, you went through old Snoqualmie, the town of Snoqualmie.
Where it takes you to the falls.
Yeah. I love historic railroad.
Me too.
It's great.
Yeah, big ones, small ones, tiny ones. I love railroads.
You ever take kids to see Thomas? When Thomas goes to Snoqualmie?
Yes.
Yes,
we have.
I'm with you. My kid wasn't too old for that.
Disneyland. It's insane how much people spend on that stuff because we have spent it. But whatever. I'm not trying to.
No.
It's good for the business. It's good for them. Speaking of business, you went into USPS.
And I got the business.
What happened? So you were trying to send Christmas gifts or something?
Well, yeah, of course, we're procrastinators. That's what you do in a busy life.
Sure.
Everybody's got things to do, and their days are pulled in 1,000 directions. We have, I don't even want to say friends, we have family who are in London, live in London. And our dearest friend, Peter, my wife couldn't make the travel because of scheduling. Went to their wedding over in Oxford.
Oh, that's fun.
When he was married 14 years ago. Whenever it's not my anniversary. What do I care? They're dear friends.
It sounds like it.
Peter, I've known Peter since he was in high school, and now he's one of Meta's chief global IT directors.
Oh,
and the
wow.
guys, he's global.
Doing well.
He's doing great.
Got a couple of pounds to rub together.
2 boys, right? Married a wonderful lady from London. They met in Hong Kong when they were working in international IT, the two of them.
This is a lot of information about a couple I'm never going to meet.
I know, but here's why it matters.
Yeah.
Why? Because both these boys got 2 boys.
Okay.
And they both lost their grandparents last year in the same year, within a year of each other.
No, it's depressing information.
No. Melissa we don't have any grandkids yet. I'm getting to why
You will
this
someday,
matters.
yeah.
Yeah, we will. But right now, those boys are Melissa's grandkids.
Sure.
And since they just lost theirs, it matters that we get a Christmas box.
The 2 boys,
the 2 boys in London,
progeny of
of my dear friend
Lady
Peter.
of London that was met in Hong Kong with your friend Peter, who's originally from here and now lives
Ellie
in
and
London.
Peter,
Yeah, a high-level meta guy.
The boys. I don't even get me how smart these 2 are.
Probably geniuses.
They're incredible. Anyway, we always mail them packages. Melissa does it randomly. There's a box from America. Melissa's sent a package. So I got to get these things there. And it's their Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And Christmas morning, first one with their grandparents, it matters that our box gets there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to my wife, look, international shipping ain't cheap. And it ain't fast, right? So you got to do the USPS. I said, we could always send these through, Amazon does the deliveries.
Oh, you do an Amazon Prime in London?
We can do an Amazon. We can do, you bet.
What's it called?
It's Amazon.
We still call that?
We have an international Amazon account for when she sends things to Peter all the time.
So you can do an instant delivery.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
And because trust me when I tell you that it cost me twice to ship this package.
Oh, I'm sure.
Than it did to put the presents into the box.
Is it the same item that they would otherwise get if you just ordered it through Amazon?
Absolutely.
So why?
In fact, Amazon delivered it to my house. We wrapped it and then spent twice as much to ship it to London.
Amazon will also wrap things for you. Did you know that?
I told her that too.
It'll come in a purple bag.
Here's the thing. My wife feels that it's the gift here, the real gift here, is being thought of, not the puzzles, books, games, toys, trinkets, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
It's being thought of by Spike and Melissa and the family. Is that opening that box and seeing a dozen little individually wrapped packages inside, that's the Christmas magic.
She's kind of got a point.
Yeah.
She has a point. There is something. Because they didn't used to do that. I mean, this used to be the only way that you would get gifts at Christmas time was not in ubiquitous Amazon packages arriving at your doorstep.
Nope.
It was in a specifically wrapped by your family from out of state somewhere.
I got one sitting under my tree right now that just got here from New Mexico.
And it was always the most exciting. Every year we get something from my grandparents down in California or my aunt and uncle, and we would open it up and you'd have beautifully wrapped gifts. You'd have packing
peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, my wife uses recycled Amazon
Our
paper,
family just
by the
put
way.
corn in there.
Did you?
It was wet. It's disgusting.
Cream corn. It provides better insulation and cushion.
Who sends cream corn?
Yeah, it's insulation.
But it was super fun. And you're right. There is an experience of opening it up that feels very Christmassy and meaningful. But you got to pay for that price.
You do, and you got to hope and pray that it gets there by Christmas morning. They can't guarantee that, and there's no refund if they don't. But it should be fine. I married a couple 3 days ago. I got it in the mail.
So you said it was double the cost of what you were
What was in the packaging. Yeah, because when you ship international, you have to give an itemized customs form with the value of each package that you're sending.
Okay,
a
something
description
gets lost.
and a value. Yeah, well, because
or if you're sending something dangerous.
Yeah, well, careful. And no electronic toys. Can't send lithium batteries.
Sure.
Blah, 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 all the things you do. And the post office was what the post office is in December. I'm not going to knock them.
Sure.
There's always a line out the door.
It's a busy time.
It's the busiest time of the year.
People expect it. They're pretty gracious
And I'm sure the folks, I said they were in the back singing carols and eating cookies. I'm sure they were also sorting packages and letters while they did that.
We got a bunch of text messages from postal workers who says that you were probably dealing with clerks and not actual postal employees. There's a difference, apparently.
So the lady at the front counter?
Front of house and postal carriers are different.
Oh, yeah.
So she says, please don't besmirch us.
I wasn't.
With those
maybe you
lowly
missed
clerks. I'm just kidding.
I've known these.
But we did get a bunch of texts about that.
I've known these clerks because it's my local post office.
Yeah.
I work with them. They see me every December.
You probably meet them for breakfast all the time.
Not a bit. They're too busy. Anyway, so
but you got the package off.
I got the package off. I'm optimistic it will get there for Christmas morning. And if not, it's a lovely 26th, 27th, 28th of December gift.
I think it's a nice gesture, even though it's costing double what you would pay otherwise. I think it means more to have an open gift, a gift that you open that's from you guys, directly from you guys.
Right, with our handwriting and the artwork on the box. And you decorate the Christmas box, it goes in the mail.
Yeah, that's really nice.
It's what you do.
Yeah, well, good for you guys.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas and happy Boxing Day to everybody. And all your genius family members in London and Hong Kong. Wherever they might
we got
find
friends
themselves.
all over, man.
All right. Well, if you guys have any advice on last-minute gifts or anything like that, feel free to send them. We're getting a lot of suggestions and where to send them. We actually had somebody suggest on a different way to send it than USPS.
Really?
I can't give the site out because I haven't checked it yet.
Okay.
But it looks very interesting. Could have saved you some dough. A lot of dough. 888-973-5476 is the text line. We have a lot more coming up on the show, so stick around. We will be. Oh, is this a message from King County on what to do if you find a rat in your toilet?
Health message, yeah. Trying to help.
Wouldn't be Christmas time without a King County message about rats in the toilet. We'll be right back.
The Closing Bell is brought to you by Trajan Wealth Management.
Thank you to all of our great KIRO News Radio listeners.
This is the moment.
For making the 37th year of Holiday Magic our biggest one yet.
It is a celebration that benefits Treehouse.
Thanks to your generosity and the important work of Treehouse, kids in foster care will have the holiday they wished for.
We ask you to give. You do. You always come through.
You can still donate. Just head to mynorthwest.com/holidaymagic.
IRG Physical and Hand Therapy doesn't just treat injuries, they elevate athletes. From weekend warriors to elite competitors, IRG Sports Institute clinics are built for performance, blending top-tier physical therapy with advanced sports science and personalized training plans. Hey, Brock Hewitt here with Shannon O'Kelly, physical therapist and owner of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Why? Why elevate athletes as well?
Because here at IRG, Brock, our motto is we want you to be your best self, your best physical self, your best mental self, and your best community self. At our new IRG Fremont Sports Institute, we're providing that type of care. We've got the latest equipment, the greatest techniques, the providers there that are excited to get you better, basically bigger, faster, stronger. Doesn't matter if you're a weekend warrior, a recreational athlete, an elite athlete, we will make you to be your best.
You'll work with specialists who understand the grind because they've been there. With access to cutting-edge equipment and recovery techniques, you won't just heal, you'll come back stronger. Visit IRGPT.com, IRGPT.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Breast cancer is a tough battle for anyone to fight. But when you can't work, care for your kids, or even put food on the table, that diagnosis can be devastating. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to support Northwest Hope and Healing. Our mission is to provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare, so patients can focus on healing. For more than 25 years, Northwest Hope and Healing has distributed over $3 million to thousands of local cancer patients, and you can help make a difference in our community. Join us on Saturday, January 31st, for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of fine wine, gourmet cuisine, and inspiration at Mary Hill Winery in the heart of Woodinville wine country. Get your tickets now for Cork, Fork, and Support on January 31st. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
John Curley here. As humans, we value things that last. Local businesses, long-term relationships, people who have been in the community for years. That's Madrona Financial and CPAs. For decades, they've been serving Washingtonians, and what makes them different? They combine taxes and investments under one roof. Most firms do one or the other, but not both. Taxes are often your biggest retirement expense, bigger than travel or healthcare. Yet most never get a clear look at how taxes and investments fit together. That's why Madrona offers the Madrona Analysis. It's an easy-to-understand review of your retirement picture, income, taxes, investments, all working together in one coordinated plan. Best of all, it's conversational. You'll talk with someone who explains it all in plain English. Discover hidden tax traps, see if your portfolio matches income needs, and learn steps to retire with confidence. Call 833-673-7373 for your complimentary Madrona Analysis. Madrona Financial and CPAs, local, trusted, and here to put the whole picture together.
When the new year hits, every business could use a little something to stay ahead. A lift, a jump start, an edge, or perhaps a boost. Like the all-new 5-year business boost from Comcast Business. It's the certainty of a price lock for 5 years on qualifying internet bundles. Plus, you'll have the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment, so your whole team can stay connected at a great rate. And to sweeten the deal, ask about a $500 prepaid card when you add 2 lines of mobile. It's the boost your business deserves. So sign up for the 5-year business boost and get a 5-year price lock on ultra-reliable Wi-Fi. Plus, ask about a $500 prepaid card. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/22/26, new customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge excluding taxes and fees. Best Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels, a $400 value. Claim your free panel today. Call 206-529-1111 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This is the sale car buyers wait for. 6 dealerships, 1 family. It's the Harnish Auto Family year-end super sale. Wrap up the year with savings on all 2025 models, plus amazing deals on pre-owned vehicles. Chevrolet, Kia, Volkswagen, GMC, Buick, and Subaru. 22 acres of trucks, SUVs, EVs, and cars make finding your perfect ride easy. Visit HarnishAutoFamily.com or stop by Everett or Puyallup today. That's HarnishAutoFamily.com. Harnish Auto Family. People matter.
All right, welcome back to the show. This is a pretty wild story. One of those unintended outcomes that you never even see coming. We had the floods. We had all the waters. They're finally starting to recede, which is nice. But they brought a lot of stuff with them. They had rivers. We had historic levels of flooding on the rivers. We had houses that were. I watched a video of a house, literally like a cabin near a river, washed away.
Oh, down Whatcom County. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. And
just floating downstream.
Just floating downstream.
Owners of the home sitting
was
on the
not a
banks.
houseboat.
Nope.
Originally, lots of stuff like that. Just crazy stories. This one might be the craziest.
But
and Laura, you found this.
Yeah, this one's going to affect more people than you want to realize.
It's going to affect you in a way that you don't
Yeah,
want,
right.
which is it's going to cause you to develop possibly a phobia, which does happen with toilets in King County. And Laura, where did you see the story originally?
On Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
They posted this, the Seattle King County Health Department.
Because there was enough people who were having this issue that the King County Health Department said, hey, we got to get ahead of this and help people out because we can't keep responding to all these calls. We don't, there's only one thing to do, so let's tell them how to do it. Apparently, when the water levels rise and then it gets heavy in the sewers, people find that sometimes stuff that goes down toilets, that's traditionally how toilets work.
When done correctly.
When done correctly, toilets usually it's an exit only.
It's a one-way. Yeah.
But sometimes stuff comes up in toilets.
And in flooding situations, the residents of these sewers seek higher ground, seek safety.
So we're going to, if you're joining us on the YouTube page right now, if you're watching us live, you can go through these pictures with us. King County says what to do if there's a rat in your toilet.
And they illustrated it with this adorable little cartoon.
I think this is
series.
AI. I think this is AI.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Because why would
the best day I can do?
Why would you pay somebody to write these or to do these?
Wait a minute.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right.
How can the government waste my money?
You're right.
Chapter 39.
We have somebody who can draw a toilet rat.
We have a staff cartoonist. We do? We have 3?
We have 15 staff cartoonists.
Now we're talking.
All right, so let's start with the first one. Let's read these, Spike. You want to read these?
What to do if there's a rat in your toilet? Try to stay calm. That might not be easy under the circumstances, and it's in cartoon form.
You have a picture of a lady who's looking down, and she's throwing her hands up in exasperation. Oh my gosh, there's a rat.
Looks a little like Laura. I hate to say it. I'm not like to use you as a model, but you are a Seattle City resident.
Oh, God, I hope this doesn't happen.
Right? Yeah, the woman. Not the rat, the woman. Yes.
Yes.
You're right, though. Thanks for clearing that up.
Looks a little like Laura. Surprise. Is this the face you'd make if you saw a rat in your toilet? What would you do?
Right?
Would you deal with it or just run out of the room?
Oh my God. Well, I would slam the lid closed.
Which is step 2. That's the next panel of the cartoon. Slam the lid closed.
Let's get to the next one. Yeah.
And then what?
What do they say, Laura? Spike, what do they say here? Close the
lid and flush.
Flush.
Right, because that's how it got in. Let's send him back from whence he came.
So they say, rat's still there, shut the bathroom door, and hurry to the kitchen.
Hurry to the kitchen.
Why are you going to the kitchen?
For a little snack.
Funny you ask. You don't need cheese. You don't even need a knife. What you need is your new best friend. Get a bottle of dish soap. This is your new best friend.
Is it to wash your hands because you've just encountered a rat?
Yeah, probably, maybe.
Wash the blood off of your hands for flushing a rat.
Oh. No. Next panel says, the soap makes the rat slide down when you flush. It may take many flushes. Back to the sewer, rat, with a big flush. Apparently, soap is a lubricant. And the rat who is trying to fight its way out of the water, it's trying to save its own life here. That's why it's in your toilet in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? And you put dish soap in your toilet, making it slicker so that the rat can't cling to or climb from as you try to multiply flush it away.
Do you have to soap the rat up with your hands?
No. Just the soap in the toilet itself.
Oh, because you toss the soap in there real fast,
right, exactly. And then as the water takes down, the volume of your toilet.
What if you don't have a dish soap nearby? If you're maybe in a Diddy situation, you toss some baby oil in there. Would that also work? I bet you it would.
Oil and water don't mix.
Well, you want to.
It's slippery.
It's the lubricant, which is to your point. Yeah,
probably canola oil also would work.
I wonder if a pod would work. A dishwasher pod.
Maybe.
Right? Maybe.
I don't imagine why it wouldn't.
The next panel is troubling. A large rat may not flush back down.
Oh, jeez.
No matter how much dish soap or how many times you do it. If this happens, keep the lid closed and call a pest control company. If the rat escapes, close the door and set a trap in your bathroom.
This is horrifying.
Couple preventive tips. Rats love the smell of food and grease. Keep your disposals and your drains clean.
This is awful for me.
And again,
I often will just eat in the bathroom. I'm telling you I can't eat in the bathroom anymore.
You shouldn't.
Sometimes I'll just take food in there. I feel like it's a shortcut.
All flooding aside, don't do that anymore.
Don't eat in the toilet.
Don't eat in the bathroom.
All right.
Just a helpful tip from King County Health.
Thank you, King County. Flush that rat. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Friday favorites next. We'll be right back.
Here we go. Darnold has time. Looks inside. It's caught! The Seahawks win the game!
Playoff berth.
An instant classic.
This is who we are. That's Seahawk football.
Check.
Probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
With the playoffs looming, what's next?
We're always going to fight.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
They now have the inside track on having the best record in the NFC.
And the home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
10 athletes will face the toughest job interview in fitness that will push past physical and mental breaking points. You are the fittest of the fit. Only one of you will leave here with an iFit contract for $250,000.
This is when mindset comes in.
Someone will be eliminated.
Pressure is coming down.
This is Trainer Games.
Watch it on Prime Video starting January 8th.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hey, Brock Ewart here with Shannon O'Kelly, President and CEO of IRG Physical and Hand Therapy, inviting you to come work with IRG. And Shannon, what kind of staff are you looking for at IRG?
Brock, we're looking for all kinds of clinical staff, physical therapists, occupational therapists, athletic trainers, certified occupational therapy technicians, physical therapy assistants, you name it on the clinical side. We are looking for those folks. But we are really looking for folks that want to come to an organization that want to be part of our culture and change the culture and work with us to provide the best care and service we can to our patients, our team, and our community. So those clinical people out there, we're looking for you. We also provide advanced certification. We want to provide you mentorship. We want you to grow personally and professionally here at IRG.
And with over 40 clinics throughout the Pacific Northwest, you've got the opportunity to work in the city you want. Just head over to irgpt.com/careers. That's irgpt.com/careers.
We're making a difference, everybody. G. Scott here. Thanks to your generosity, more than $2.5 million has been donated to Nourishing Neighbors at Safeway, and those grocery cars have already helped families across Washington. But the need is growing. Rising costs and now massive flooding have displaced families from their homes. Please help. When you shop at Safeway, donate at checkout. Your gift provides grocery cars so families can shop with dignity. Learn more at nourishingneighbors.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Today was the deadline for the Justice Department to release all of its Jeffrey Epstein files. Some are now coming out, as Scott McFarland reports.
Hundreds of thousands of pages are in play here. Not just a few, not just a ream, but we're talking about a tonnage of information that may take some time just to process in terms of its scope and size, much less in terms of its granular details and the imagery, the videos, the photos, and the potential names that go with it. It's a long way of saying it's going to take a while to figure out what we have once we get this first batch.
Not all of the files are coming. CBS's Jake Rosen.
Democratic lawmakers have said they're not happy with this partial release because the bill requires some kind of full release that was due today, and it does not look like, at least according to the second command at the Justice Department, Todd Blanche, that that's going to happen in completion.
Spencer Kuvan is an attorney for Epstein survivors.
They have been fighting for nearly 20 years to let the public know what happened to them, who was involved, and for some measure of justice by the federal government.
The search for the suspect in the Brown University shooting and the murder of an MIT professor has ended. He was found dead from a gunshot wound in a storage unit in New Hampshire. The search for a motive continues. CBS's Anna Schechter reports there's very little known about him and next to nothing on social media.
We need to talk to people who knew the shooter. We also want to know what was on his laptop. Have police recovered those electronic devices? What was his digital footprint? Were there warning signs?
The Portuguese national was in the U.S. on an immigrant visa program, which has now been paused. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was asked today about that and other restrictions.
We are in a special period right now. This is not like business as usual. This is right now, we are less than a year removed from the most reckless migratory incompetence in American history, where a flood of people and mass migration events entered the United States, and they can claim all they want that they vetted people. This is just not true.
Much of the nation is experiencing powerful winds from storms sweeping across the country, hurricane-force winds in parts of Colorado. Meteorologist Craig Allen.
Pueblo, Colorado, Cheyenne, Wyoming, all these areas are going to see winds gusting between 50 and 70 miles per hour, with the occasional gust up to 100 miles per hour through the early part of the night tonight.
That's causing flight delays on one of the busiest days of the holiday season. On Wall Street today, stocks finished higher. The Dow Jones Industrials up 183 points. The Nasdaq was higher by more than 300. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com.
Don't like those potholes on your street? Well, Governor Ferguson has a proposed solution for you. We will talk about that in just a minute. But first, Nate Connors has your KIRO News Radio traffic.
Hey, thanks, Jillian. That drive into Seattle from the north end just got a little worse. South 5 just past Denny Way. We've got a new stall in the HOV lane. And then just down the road at the I-90 interchange, we still have our disabled bus also blocking the HOV lane. So we're bumper to bumper starting at 85th coming out of Northgate. Linwood to Seattle's up to 40 minutes. If you head over to 99, you'll save a bunch of time. We're seeing our afternoon backups forming up in Everett on eastbound 526 and North 5. Just the usual for the 2 o'clock shift change at Boeing. Through Canyon Park, South 405 at 527. A collision blocks that toll lane. You're backed up to Damson Road. Linwood to Bellevue has a 5-minute delay. South 405 in Bellevue is packed at Southeast 8th down to Cold Creek Parkway. Bellevue to Renton's going to take you 25 minutes. Federal to Seattle, a 40-minute drive. You're slow from the Fife Curve all the way to 405 in Tukwila. A lot of this volume still stems from our northbound 167 closure between Auburn and Kent due to earlier flooding. In Tacoma to Olympia, 55 minutes. Got to back up through JBLM and again between Lacey and Olympia. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Jillian Raftery. Weather warnings just keep coming. While nothing like last week's catastrophic flooding is expected, forecasters are still saying to watch out for a winter storm over the next 24 hours set to bring 1 to 2 feet of snow to the mountains. KIRO 7 TV's Ranji Sinha is on Snoqualmie Pass.
We actually have some dusty snow, whereas earlier this morning, all I was able to pick up was really hard pieces of snow, that compact snow and ice. You're going to see the plows coming out. You're going to see clearing the roadways, but you do have to watch out for those slick spots as well as the snow that's coming down. And of course, going into the weekend, that winter storm warning is something everyone needs to take heed of.
Flood watches are in place for much of the region as well, but only minor flooding is expected. Water is still flowing over the levee on the White River in the city of Pacific, but the barrier breached on Tuesday is holding water, according to Mayor Vic Cave. KIRO 7 TV's Lindsay Sheldon has more.
The mayor says that the water pools every winter. He says Tuesday's failure of the temporary levee was caused by how long the water pressed up against the barriers, which were put in place back in 2009. Now the mayor hopes a permanent fix comes more quickly.
It has to be a two-part solution. One, create a barrier that can contain the water and create capacity, and then come up with a dredging plan that dredges it like they used to do back in the 80s and before.
Well, the mayor says sediment is raising the floor of the river, leaving less room for more water and increasing future flood risk.
The series of storms that have pounded Washington state have road crews working overtime. Julie Meredith is Secretary of Transportation for the State Department of Transportation.
We've opened over 80 roads since the storm response began. Our crews are continuing to work 24/7.
Meredith spoke today in support of a proposal by Governor Ferguson to spend $2.1 billion on transportation, focusing much of that on repairs and maintenance, which he says has been neglected. And yes, that does mean working on potholes. $164 million of that will go to paving next summer. Frontier Airlines is leaving Payne Field in Everett next month. The airline has only been there since June. According to the Herald, Frontier says it might return someday, but tickets stop January 5th. Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly cloudy with some showers tomorrow. High of 46. Overnight lows in the low 40s. More rain on Sunday. It's 44 degrees in downtown Seattle right now. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO Newsradio App. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
And now, it's time for the Jake and Spike Show on KIRO News Radio with your hosts, Jake Skorheim and Spike O'Neill.
Welcome back to the show. 2 hours down, 1 hour to go. It's a really fun edition of the show because it's the week before Christmas. Everybody's getting excited. Everybody is feverishly sending packages and gifts off to their friends in London at double the cost.
Thanks.
You are also off on vacation next week.
I am. I'm going to take the week before Christmas.
So this is like you're 1 hour away from Christmas break, Christmas vacation.
And I appreciate you're holding down the fort next week.
I'll be here Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
And also
really
through the 23rd, and then off for a few days, and then you'll be back the following week
Laura
for
and I
a
are
couple
gonna
of days.
A couple of days between Christmas and New Year.
Off.
Keep the audience company. We're going to take time. Laura and I are going to look back at the year in review.
Oh, fun.
Of our show. Some of the we do this on Friday. We look back at the stories of the week that really meant something to us, that we enjoyed, that were resonant with us.
A favorite audio of the week.
Yeah. And Laura and I are going to do that for the year, kind of a year in review.
A year in review.
Yeah.
That's going to be a short show. I'm just kidding. Just preempting all the text messages.
We're framing it as a retrospective, but we're really just lazy.
You know what? That's a fun thing to do. That's the kind of thing that people actually do. Listen, by the time you get to December, by the time you get to the week and the week after, the week of Christmas and the week between Christmas and New Year's, people have had enough of news.
Yeah.
They've had enough.
It's a little safe harbor.
Sometimes they just want some great, interesting topics to talk about, conversational type stuff.
Yep.
So I think that's a great idea.
Thanks.
Yeah, cool. All right. So we're going to talk to you in just a couple minutes here. Do you remember that story we did earlier in the week about that woman who was traveling through LAX and she gets basically looking for her son.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
I started the story. I should have told it from the other perspective because it's like kind of blows it. Let me start again. You guys know who the actress Hilary Swank is?
I do.
Okay. So she was at LAX recently.
Yeah. With her kids.
With her kids.
Just traveling.
She notices that
as a citizen.
She notices somebody's like got a phone out. She just suspects this person's filming her and kind of an invasion of privacy, even though she's in a public place and she's kind of a public figure.
Yeah.
So she says to the woman, according to online reports, she says, "Hey, did you get what you wanted?" You know, basically like, "Hey, why are you filming me?"
Right.
As it turns out, the woman who was, I won't say accosted, that's not the right word. And I like Hilary Swank. She seems like a nice enough person, so I want to, besmirch her. But apparently the woman she wasn't doing anything to Hilary Swank. She just was she was using her phone, as people do, to try to find her husband and her two kids. Her two kids, who were, by the way, they were in L.A., they're local here, but they were in L.A. on a Make-A-Wish trip because her kids have very, very challenging disabilities that they're fighting against, medical problems.
Yeah, you bet.
And so they were on a once-in-a-lifetime amazing trip down into Disneyland and all that fun stuff. And and Hilary Swank had to come out afterwards when she finds this information out, has to apologize.
And did so earnestly.
It did.
Right.
Yeah, which is
very
nice.
genuine, yeah.
But it's just one of those wild stories where like Hilary Swank could not have responded at a worse time to a situation.
Yes.
Really through no fault of hers, but still, it's an interesting situation.
It's a perfect example of how context matters.
Yeah.
Because when you hear Hilary Swank say, when you get what you needed, something really snarky.
You Hollywood starlet.
But then in context, here's a woman who's just got her phone in her hand because she's trying to find her husband and kids.
Trying to find her husband and kid in a busy airport.
And in the other context, here's Hilary Swank, who is a very public figure, but wants to have something of a normal life and is in the airport with her kids and feels like her privacy's been violated. Context matters so much.
So we actually have this lady on. Her name is Jada. We're going to talk to her in just a few minutes. She's going to join us. She'll be live on
the mom?
The mom.
She's a Washington local.
Yeah, she's from Spokane.
She's from Spokane.
Yeah, probably a massive fan
and
of the show.
suddenly in like every celebrity magazine ever because of this confrontation, which I just can't even imagine.
Yeah, she's now a famous
crazy
person.
that would feel. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to have her on in just a few minutes to talk about that. We thought that'd be interesting. Before we get to that, let's do some favorite audio of the week.
Sure.
Why don't we look back on what do we have? We have time for two quick things.
Okay.
Yours is kind of sentimental and nice. Do you want to do that first?
Yeah, I'd love to. And I don't know if we can play up.
It's a very sad story.
There's 1,000 pieces of audio, and the reason this one that I chose this one I'm talking about the death of Rob Reiner.
Yeah, so
the tragic situation that developed within his own family.
Yeah,
his son's mental health and addiction crises.
At this point, we still have to say allegedly, but allegedly murdered by his own son.
But the reason I decided to go with this instinct is because sometimes you really don't know what you got in your life, or you don't appreciate it until it's gone. Mm-hmm. I'm very aware and very appreciative of Rob Reiner's body of work. But given the tragic events of last weekend, I have been just seeing this. I've been a flood of retrospectives and examples of his work. Yeah. There was ABC News put together within 2 days a special piece that they put together with all the clips and the kind of the running history of his career, his personal life, his activism, and of course the tragic end of he and his wife Michelle's life. And it just put me in the right frame of mind to say, hey, look, this guy did amazing work. And we were obviously fans. I know you are. You're a cinema fan.
I love. Yeah, it's really until you're not confronted by this until somebody is gone, but you realize how much of his work made such an impact on your life.
I've seen more All in the Family clips. That was his, because he had done dozens of guest appearances on everything from.
That was his first breakout.
That was his breakout role.
Yeah, I think he was only like 19 when he got
won 2 Emmys for that and Best Supporting Actor. And I've just seen so many different throughout the evolution of his character on the 8 seasons of that show.
Can I tell you? Can I admit something to you?
Sure.
I've never seen All in the Family.
I've
never seen. I've seen clips.
You've seen clips, but
I've
not
seen
a full
lot
episode.
of clips. I've never seen full episodes, so I know his character.
You got the gist of the character.
I get the gist of it.
Clips are very, very well defining these days.
But I've never seen the show, and it came out when was it? 1970s?
70. I believe 70. It started. Yeah.
Yeah,
when America was at a crossroads socially, where race had become kind of the number one issue in America after the '68 riots and the Civil Rights Act and all these things.
Is that Archie Bunker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been watching Rob Reiner's work, and then as he left television, and I saw one interview. He said, "Look, I didn't want to be Meathead, who's now a private eye." I said, I'm leaving acting.
It'd be a really funny show.
It would be great. I'm leaving, despite he's not the guy you think could solve the case, but here he is.
Well, he might just stumble into it.
But he said, I always wanted to direct. And he made Spinal Tap, and it was successful, and it's become an iconic piece of work.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier in the week the string of grand slams for him in so many different genres.
The perfection that he showed once would be impressive enough. It's very hard to make anything in Hollywood, to get anything made.
Right.
And when you do find success, it's generally in the same kind of thing. Like Christopher Nolan, amazing director.
Right.
He always makes kind of a big, thought-provoking movie.
Right.
He's not out there making comedies. You know what I mean?
I hear exactly what you're saying.
Rob Reiner accomplished that in every genre. He made between the 80s and what was it, the late 70s and mid 80s and early 90s.
Yeah.
This guy had hits in every genre.
He made the best. He invented the mockumentary. Invented it with Spinal Tap.
Sure.
He made arguably the best rom-com of all time, When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah, Harry Met Sally.
He made
great.
the best coming-of-age movie, Stand By Me. He made the best.
One of the best courtroom dramas of all time, Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men. Yeah, there's everything he. Misery. Thriller.
Great horror.
Right.
Thriller. Whatever it is.
Yeah, there's nothing he couldn't do. And that, and the reason I brought up is because his tragic loss of he and his wife and what's happening to their family put me in mind to appreciate what you got. You don't have to wait till it's gone to appreciate it. That's why I wanted to bring this one up.
He was an amazing talent, and it's just a very, very sad ending, but it is a nice idea to look back and just appreciate all the ways that he
He
had
made our lives a better
had
place.
an impact on people's lives. Yeah, he really did. All right. Can we, should we jump right over to Jada? We have our guest here, Jada, who's going to join us. Just say, oh, Jada, there she is. Jada, can you hear us?
Yes.
There you are. Jada, very nice to meet you.
You too.
I'm Jake. This is Spike.
Hi, Jada.
Hi.
Are you home now, or are you back in the home?
We're back at home.
Welcome home. I'm glad you guys made it safe. And thanks for taking the time after traveling to jump on our show with us.
And a busy holiday season.
Yeah.
You got kids,
Yeah,
and
of
it's
course.
Christmas time coming up. So Jada,
Thanks for having me.
I saw your story because my wife was reading. I have to read news sites for the show and things, and my wife's news sites are Us Weekly and People Magazine. and I think almost exclusively. And you were in probably both of them. But she sends me an article. She goes, oh my gosh, you got to see this. This lady from here had a run-in with Hillary Swank. Can you tell us a little bit about where you found yourself and how surreal it was to have Hillary Swank yelling at you?
Well, I want to say she was. She didn't yell at me.
That's my hyperbole. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. No, we were just on our way to our Make-A-Wish trip to Disneyland. Both of my sons have been diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, so that's a terminal genetic disease. So we were at baggage claim starting our trip, and I was going to the bathroom. My family was heading to baggage claim, and so as I'm walking back to meet them, I do like a double take. I'm like, that's Hillary Swank. I'm like, I know that's Hillary Swank. I just recently watched a movie of hers.
You're like, that's Hillary Swank from Karate Kid 3.
That's the one we all watched.
It was Ordinary Angels, which is a really good movie.
So she was phenomenal in that. Phenomenal in that.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen it.
And so I did a double take, and then I'm like in my brain, I'm like, that's Hillary Swank. Oh, where's my family? So I take my phone out. I forget it's still on airplane mode from the plane, and so I pull it up to try to get reception. And as I pull it down, she's looking right at me, and I was like, oh shit. Oh, sorry. And she was just her with her kids and looking for her husband, and she just kind of assumed I was taking a picture and snapped at me for taking a picture. So which I totally understand. She has 2 young kids. She, I think, is known to not share her kids on social media. So
yeah, she seems like a private person, and she's famous. So
yeah.
you gotta think that every time she's in public, she's probably always dealing with people looking at her and double taking and being like, "Is that Hillary Swank from Karate Kid 3?"
Right. Yeah. So I can understand the annoyance behind that 100%. So,
yeah.
And then I just posted it on our advocacy page as a joke. I just thought
and
it
you
was
were
comical.
not. You were very gracious about it. I read your post, and you definitely did it tongue in cheek. You were not sitting as a way to criticize Hillary Swank. You were more kind of just highlighting how surreal that it was to be on a Make-A-Wish trip and to have Hillary Swank just kind of have a snap at you.
Flip you a little grief.
Right. Yeah. And so in my head, I'm like, how comical is this? Is how I start my Make-A-Wish trip. And I even wrote my post that she had no idea we were on a Make-A-Wish trip. A post that goes viral like that. It's our first one, but it just got twisted out of context that she knew we were a Make-A-Wish. So it turned into she's yelling at a Make-A-Wish mom. So,
ridiculous.
And so I knew that wasn't true. And since it blew up, she did send me a DM, and we had a really lovely conversation. And she admitted that she was just in a very human moment and protecting her kids. And as a mom to mom, I completely understand that. So it's no hard feelings. I wasn't even mad to begin with. I took it as more of a comical thing. And I don't want to drag her through the mud either for having a very human response to someone thinking that I'm taking a picture of her kids. So.
It's a totally understandable thing. I mean, just as you are, wanting to protect your kids, she wants to protect her kids. Nobody blames her for that. It is it's very surreal, though.
It's so surreal. And last thing I expected, or we expected for that type of post to blow up of 2 years of posting advocacy and education and stuff. And so I'm not surprised, with it involving A-list celebrity that it blew up, but it was cool to hear from her, and we had a good heart-to-heart, and she took the time to watch some of our videos on YouTube, and
that's nice.
Was very admirable for our situation. So we left things really nicely, and it was just a very random
How was the
moment that got me here.
How was the trip to Disneyland, by the way? Did the boys love it?
It was fantastic. Disneyland, shout out to them. They treat these kids so well. We just talked about they must be really trained to point out these Make-A-Wish kids, and they gave us a lanyard and pen and stuff. And whenever a cast member would point us out, they would take us and do something special, or let us do on the ride as many times as we want, or cut line or do the lightning lanes. And so it was a really, really nice experience. for the holiday season. Yeah.
Can you let our listeners know if somebody wants to? I mean, you said you post a lot of advocacy things about, I assume, about your son's medical journey, and if anybody wants to find out any of this information or they want to get involved in some way, like, where can people find you?
Yeah, I would love. We are really motivated right now to reach our local communities. We are very part of Seattle Children's. Both of my kids are part of the neuromuscular program, and Duchenne is a rare disease that not a lot of people know about. So when my kids were diagnosed, I did decide to leave my career for it to be their caretaker. And
you were a paparazzi, right? Before those...
yeah, I was getting paid to
talk to celebrities.
She worked for TMZ. She left that part of the story out.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm a publisher. And so I just needed an outlet. And I just knew that when I looked up Duchenne muscular dystrophy on YouTube, there was nothing but medical videos, college clinical trial videos, informational videos, no real Hope family vlog videos.
Yeah.
And so Mason at Seattle Children's, he was the second or third boy in the state to receive the first $3 million gene therapy.
Wow.
And he got it within the time frame it was approved. And that was a very hard decision for a lot of families. Like, do we take the risk and give them this gene therapy now to save them walking 5 years in the future? Or do we risk the complications that they don't really know about yet? And so I took that opportunity to document that whole gene therapy process, and we put it on YouTube. And my goal was to give the people in our community a glimpse into how that worked, how that day was, blah, 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 to give them some stress relief and maybe help them make their decision better, or et cetera. And then that just gained traction. And so I kept up with it by vlogging our medical journey, educating about Duchenne. We did just launch our nonprofit. So our nonprofit did just get 501c3 approved. So our stand store on our YouTube channel can have has a donation option, and our GoFundMe has a donation option.
What's your YouTube page if anybody wants to go check it out?
It's at Bafus Family. BAFUS as in Sam family.
At Bafus Family. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jada, we really appreciate you coming on. And, I think it's so cool what you guys are doing. And you're also, I think you're giving people what this season's all about, which is hope. And I think it's really neat that you guys are able to do that. And God bless your family. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the holiday season. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. You too. And if anyone's local that would love us to donate to us to help other Duchenne families, newly diagnosed specifically, attend conferences that could be life-saving for their children, please seek us out and subscribe. And we would love to involve our local area.
Awesome. Jada, you're so wonderful for coming on us. We really appreciate it. And you have a great rest of the holidays.
Thank you. You guys too.
All right. Watch out for Hillary Swank out there, folks.
Careful.
Keep your phones in your pockets if you see her.
Be careful. Thank
All right.
you.
We'll check in later, Jada. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. All right. We got a lot more coming up. Man, what a sweet story.
This is a joy.
You never know. Honestly, talk about wanting to give your life some context and how to be grateful for things.
Yeah.
You look at somebody else's path in life and you just go, look how well and graciously they're handling. Here. And it kind of gives you maybe some inspiration for your own life. Jada seems like that for me. So good job, Jada. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. Be right back.
Here we go. Darnold has time. Looks inside. It's caught. The Seahawks win the game.
Playoff berth.
An instant classic.
This is who we are. That's Seahawks football.
Check.
Probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
With the playoffs looming, what's next?
We're always going to fight.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
They now have the inside track on having the best record in the NFC.
And the home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? back. If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Do you need glasses or contacts and you're now at the age where you also need readers? K2 Vision RLE is the permanent solution to eliminate the need for all those. Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision. Andy, for those nearing age 50 or so, refractive lens exchange can be a great alternative to LASIK.
That's right, Joe. K2 Vision RLE is a terrific permanent solution for a lifetime of great vision. The older we get, we experience the dysfunction of our natural lens, which affects both distance vision and requires the use of reading glasses. Plus, after K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
And like LASIK, K2 Vision RLE is quick and painless. The question is, which procedure is right for you?
After replacing more than 100,000 failing lenses, we have the experience to tell you if it's your right time for RLE.
Schedule your free Zoom consultation with us about K2 Vision RLE to get your eyes seeing young again. Permanently.
Go to K2VisionRLE.com. K2VisionRLE.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
How about a New Year's resolution where the commitment takes just one day and the results can last a lifetime? Address years of hair loss like I did with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment. Using your own natural hair, Advanced Hair can restore your bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning. All backed by Advanced Hair's guarantee. Celebrate the new year with a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Guys, leave weight gain, low T, and ED in 2025. For a limited time, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering free full diagnostic panels, a $400 value. It checks testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Plus, qualified patients get up to 25% off select treatments now through year end. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today.
This is the sale car buyers wait for. 6 dealerships, 1 family. It's the Harnish Auto Family year-end super sale. Wrap up the year with huge savings on 22 acres of new and pre-owned vehicles. Come get your best deal now. Visit HarnishAutoFamily.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Jillian Raftery. From a trickle of photos to a flood of documents, hundreds of thousands of pages of the so-called Epstein files have been released by the Justice Department.
The release did not contain all of the files, as the Justice Department says it is reviewing the documents to protect victims' identities.
I expect that we're going to release more documents over the next couple of weeks. So today, several 100,000. And then over the next couple of weeks, I expect several 100,000 more.
Two leading Democratic lawmakers called any delay a violation of federal law and said they are exploring legal options to compel the department to release all of the files. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
U.S. airstrikes in Syria. This confirmed to CBS News by 4 government sources. The strikes target ISIS groups in central Syria and are a response to the deaths of 2 U.S. Army soldiers and an American civilian contractor in Palmyra, Syria last week. Federal disaster funding still has not been approved in Washington for flooding, but state assistance is trickling in for those hardest hit. KIRO 7 TV's Brooke Griffin is in Auburn.
For those who live and work here in Auburn and in nearby Pacific, there is still a lot of water covering the road here this morning. But while state funding is already in place, it can only really go so far without a federal funding supplement to help out. From Burlington to Auburn and beyond, thousands of Washingtonians are feeling the devastating impacts of 2 weeks worth of storms. Right now, the FEMA disaster assistance website doesn't show flood relief funds for any of those zip codes, saying there's no federal zone declared.
Many areas are providing free trash drop-off for families dealing with waterlogged furniture or other debris. Check your county website. Snohomish County is using a voucher system for the drop-offs, while other areas have specific hours for customers. Thanks to fresh snow, Crystal Mountain kicks off its winter season Saturday with limited access because Highway 410 is still being repaired from flooding. And remember, parking reservations are required. Let's go to Nate Connors, who's been checking your traffic.
Yeah, and this one brought to you by Northwest Hope and Healing. Good news for those headed into Seattle from the north end. We just cleared both of our earlier blocking issues, South 5 through downtown Seattle. We'll still have a hefty backup, though, from 85th down to I-90. So Linwood to Seattle, 40 minutes. Southbound 99 is now packed from the Zoo down to Mid-Lake Union. North 5 heavy from the Michigan Curve into downtown. Westbound 90 inside the Mount Baker Tunnel. We've got a stall blocking your right lane, and that's got you backed up to Mid-Span. Up in Canyon Park, South 405 at 527. That toll lane remains blocked, and you're backed up to the interchange now. Linwood to Bellevue has a 10-minute delay, taking you a half hour. South 405 still really thick from mid-Bellevue down to Cold Creek Parkway, and then you're going to break free. It's 25 minutes between Bellevue and Renton. Federal to Seattle has gone up to 45 minutes. You're slow from Fife all the way to Tukwila. And if you're hitting the passes, Snoqualmie has light snow, traction tires advised, oversized vehicles prohibited, and White Pass, it is snowing pretty hard. Traction tires are required, chains required on vehicles over 10,000 gross vehicle weight, and oversized vehicles prohibited. Join Northwest Hope and Healing for Cork, Fork, and Support, an afternoon of wine tasting and inspiration. Get your tickets now for January 31st at nwhopeandhealing.org. KIRO News Radio Real-Time Traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Cloudy with spotty showers today. More chances for rain tomorrow and highs in the mid-40s. 44 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Jillian Raftery for KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the show. All right, Spike, we cannot get out of the show today without talking a little bit more about the Seahawks.
Well, we led with it when we opened our show at noon.
Yes.
But we didn't get a chance to get to all the excitement.
The mayhem and fun.
The anxiety.
Did you feel anxious during the game?
When Darnold threw, when they were coming in, maybe get back in the game, and Darnold throws an interception to this guy who was about 5 foot wide, just standing at the 1 yard line.
That wasn't good.
I was a little anxious at that moment.
You know, it's weird because I felt like there was a point at which I felt like the game was gone, which is when they were down 30-14.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Shaheed ran that ball back, there felt like there was something else that was clicking for the Seahawks, where suddenly I felt like they couldn't be stopped. Even though they were still down, at that point, they were still down 10 points. It was
before the 2-point conversion.
Before the 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
And I just felt like this is a team of destiny. That's what it felt like. And what made that switch in the Seahawks? I'm going to play you this clip real fast. Ernest Jones, who I think, was he player of the game yesterday?
I don't know. He had an incredible ball game.
Ernest Jones, post-game, was talking about what got them amped up. to make that comeback when they were down 30-14. Listen to this.
They went to laughing in our face. They thought it was over with. Excuse my language. They thought it was over with. But around here, we played to the last snap, last whistle, and we showed it up today.
When they were laughing in our face.
When they
that
were
would get you. That would get you going.
When they were up 30-14, and the Hawks are going into what could be a score to close the gap, and Darnold throws his second interception of the game. I saw this on watching the game on TV.
Yeah.
Rams players were talking smack and laughing in their face. You poked the bear.
Listen, you got to be a gracious winner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you always want to try to remember. Even in these moments where it's like, there's been all this build up to these two teams playing. There's all these questions. At that point, though, the Rams are already feeling like they're coming in as the favorites. So it's not even like they were overcoming anything. They expected to beat the Seahawks last night. Thank God they didn't.
Well, I saw some post-game interviews and some post-game analysis. I was up like you. I was up past midnight watching replays and analysis and this.
Just soaking up all the glory.
Because the Rams at that moment, when Jones was talking about there, they felt like, okay, I don't care what Sam Darnold does. We got his number. We got 4 picks the last time, 2 picks tonight. We know what he's going to do. We got him.
And at that point, when they were 30-14 with that pick, was it 9:30 left on the clock, maybe something like that?
Yes.
In the fourth quarter, 9:30.
Because then the Ram offense is forced to 3 and out.
Then they kick it to Rashid Shaheed, who did something just beautiful and changed the entire game.
This is a high wobbly kick. Shaheed has to run up, makes the catch at his own 43, starts up the middle. Now he has a gap on the left side 40, turns upfield, there he goes, 20, 15, 10, 5, holy catfish, touchdown Seahawks! I'm telling you, the coach is next door breaking the glass, and Rashid Shaheed does it again. Just when the Seahawks need a big special teams play, they get it. A 59-yard punt return for a touchdown. The Seahawks right back into this one. They're going to go for 2 as they trail 30-20.
Of course, they went for 2 and they hit it. They
And
got 3 2-point conversions.
And I tell you, listening to Rabes there, Steve Rabel, last night when I'm watching the game and I'm listening to the national broadcasters do a decent job, but clearly they're in the Rams camp. They're talking about Nakoa and they're talking about Stafford, and you can blame them. They were up by 16 points in the fourth quarter.
No, I know,
the Hawks had a 3% chance of winning that game at that point.
Yeah.
But, when you listen, I hate watching broadcasts and not getting the local. Not getting Steve Rabel.
Steve Rabel's the best. He's phenomenal. His voice, there's just like something in the pitch of his voice.
Well, he's a fan. He knows these guys. He sweats and bleeds with these guys.
Yeah. He was one of these guys.
Yeah.
He's special. Rabel's very special. But you're right. When you watch the broadcast version, like I felt yesterday, there was a lot of online critique of this as well. But did you think that Al Michaels was underselling the Seahawks comeback a little bit as they were scoring and doing these things? It's tough to say because there was a touchdown. I forget whose touchdown it was, but somebody scored, and it was kind of lackadaisical. Didn't really feel that.
Oh, it was the punt return.
Yes. You're right. No, you're right.
Yes.
It was the Shaheed punt return, and he runs it in. And you're just like, wait a minute, that's an amazing thing that he just did. It totally changes the whole flow of the
look
game.
At that. It's a one-score game again. Oh, like it just occurred to Al Michaels.
Yeah.
That the
How
Hawks
old is
did
Al
not
Michaels?
105, I think.
He's 105. Okay,
No,
that might have
he. It's funny because he had some trouble a couple of years ago, I want to say, or a year ago, where his he got a much critique because of the way he was calling ball games. From just his perspective, he's kind of like, I'm old. I've been doing this a while.
Al Michaels, don't get me wrong, I'm a massive fan of his.
Yeah, and I would shoot for a career like that. I would.
The miracle, right? That's.
Do you believe in miracles? What do you like?
Watching you drink from that cup.
I'm down to 1 cup a day. My Christmas present from Jake. Yeah.
You're like a little baby child. You're holding that cup with 2 hands. It's
the most exercise I've gotten in weeks.
It's so preposterous.
My entire head fits in this cup.
What do you got? You got some hot milk in that cup?
Oh, I've got some on me.
Ridiculous.
Thank you.
Al Michaels. I read his book a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
It is phenomenal. Watch it, like just his entire career, what led to it. Like all the just lucky breaks that he got, things he wasn't even trying for that ended up just like the reason he was
the guy calling the miracle games is because nobody else wanted to call hockey.
Well, the Lake Placid 1980
He just happened
Olympics,
to be the only guy who had a little bit of history and knew anything about hockey. So you might as well do it. But it's not like the U.S. was favored to win that game.
No, that's why it was a miracle.
It was a dog game. That's why it was a miracle. He was in the right place at the right time.
And he made it the most. Well, the athletes made it. One of the most iconic moments in U.S. sports history.
Yeah, but you need the accompaniment of a good announcer.
Yeah.
Which is what the criticism was about him yesterday. He wasn't super, whatever, it's fine. He
stayed too long at the fair.
Does he live in L.A.? That's a question. I don't know where he lives. It doesn't really matter. But because the outcome went the Seahawks' way. That's all that matters. And it was fantastic. Here's Coach McDonald after the game in the locker room talking to the players.
What a group, man. What a freaking football team you guys are. What a football team, man. What freaking Seahawks. Let's go. That's what we do, man. One play at a time. Look, every phase picks each other up, all the things, okay? Defensively, look, you guys did a hell of a job adjusting in the second half, and offense picking us up when we needed it, man. That's a freaking great job. Special teams with a freaking punt return. Let's go. We are in the playoffs. We are in the dance. We are in the dance.
That is so fun.
You know, that's funny because that's something we haven't really had a chance to talk about yet. They're the number one seed as it stands. Their fate is in their own hands. They control their own destiny. All every cliche you want.
Yeah.
They could still lose to the Niners in weeks.
Shut your
I know,
mouth.
but work to do. There's work to do.
Yeah. Don't rest on your laurels.
Right.
Win. Just win.
Oh.
Just win. That's all they got to do now is just keep winning.
So much fun.
How fun is it, too, that we get to have this Seahawks team after we have that Mariners season?
Right.
I feel like...
Right?
What it must feel like to be a New York fan.
Yeah.
Or, New York?
What if... Who's
LA,
got it better than us right now? Come on.
LA.
We're having a pretty good sports year in this town.
We're having a pretty good sports year.
Unparalleled heights. I mean, unrealized... Never before historical heights for the Mariners.
I feel like a greedy pig.
Great.
I'm just
I want
soaking
more.
it up.
You want more?
I want more of it. Yeah. All right, we got a lot more coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
When extreme weather hits Western Washington,
A flash flood warning after a critical levee breaks along.
KIRO Newsradio is the first place you turn.
We have team coverage this morning.
Live in Auburn, James Lynch, KIRO Newsradio.
Which communities are hit hardest?
Skagit River again going to flood to major levels.
What it means for your commute.
Northbound 167 underwater.
MyNorthwest.com and KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM and the KIRO Newsradio app.
Well, the rain is back, folks. You know it's the rainy season, the windy season. It's time to protect your home now with the help of the pros at Integrity Roofing and Construction. Years of experience in roofing and full restorations, their skilled teams deliver exceptional craftsmanship, whether it's a simple roof repair, replacement, or a full home renovation. Integrity offers free estimates, and their customer satisfaction, it speaks for itself. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Schedule your free estimate today. Call 206-202-ROOF. That's 206-202-ROOF, or you can find them online at integrityrc.com.
It's about grit.
Leonard Williams drags him down.
Running through whatever gets in your way.
The handoff to Charbonnet. Stiff arms a man, turns, first down. Oh my goodness! What a blast!
Fighting for every yard.
The handoff to Walker. He breaks a tackle, comes back to the near side, stumbles across the 10, breaks the tackle. Touchdown! Seahawks!
And a drive that never ends. Celebrating 50 seasons of Seahawks football. Visit Seahawks.com/tickets today.
Did you know in Washington State, you can see a physical therapist without a referral from your doctor? That's right. Thanks to Direct Access, you can skip the wait and get the care you need right away. Shannon O'Kelly, how has Direct Access changed the game?
Direct Access for us, Brock, is a game changer. Why? Is because there is so much research and data out there that says if you get in early when you have a musculoskeletal problem or an injury, the earlier you get in and we can start care, the better outcomes and the decreased downstream cost, okay? So it's so important. Our providers are all doctors of physical therapy. They're all trained to identify situations and problems. They've got the skill, they've got the talent, they've got the knowledge. If you get in and start therapy early, we're going to get you back to activity, pain-free, and moving and having fun.
Fast, easy, effective. Direct Access is your path to better movement, starting with a single step. Visit irgpt.com to schedule your appointment today. IRGPT.com.
For seniors, the holidays can be fun family time, but can also be a stressful time if you're struggling with bills. Our friend Steve Teitler of Best Mortgage says a reverse mortgage may be the holiday gift you're looking for.
Many seniors love their home but are struggling with mortgage payments and other bills. A reverse mortgage lets you tap your home equity for tax-free cash. You can pay off your debts and maybe put some extra money in the bank for peace of mind. You've worked hard for that home equity. Now let it work for you. And best of all, you'll have no mortgage payments the rest of your life.
And you always talk to a real person, not an AI robot.
That's right. You'll get a no-pressure consultation directly from me or a highly experienced senior advisor. Never a sales pitch and never, ever an AI bot.
Honest advice you can trust from the reverse mortgage experts, Best Mortgage, the VA loan experts, and debt consolidation specialists, too. 425-649-6000. Best Mortgage, 425-649-6000.
The stock market was on fire in 2025 due to AI and tech stocks. Now is the time to set a strategy for 2026. It's a good opportunity to lock in those gains and invest into a stable platform. With $8 trillion in cash sitting on the sidelines, investors are either scared or unsure where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares the profits with our investors. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital. Invest into our Northwest Fund, which is currently delivering 9% on a fixed rate term. It's our flagship fund for 19 years with zero investor losses. And yes, we do accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Are you looking to hire? ZipRecruiter finds the best candidate for your job fast. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Celebrate the season with Seattle's own Kenny G at Dimitro's Jazz Alley. 4 nights of holiday hits and jazz classics, plus a special New Year's Eve celebration on December 31st. Get tickets now at jazzalley.com.
Step into Seahawks game day at the Pro Shop, where the roar of the 12s begins. And official Seahawks gear is always within reach.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
This is the Pro Shop. Visit the official store of the Seattle Seahawks, located at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton.
John Curley here with Closets by Design. Take advantage of up to 40% off plus an additional 15% off and 18 months financing and free installation. Go to closetbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to schedule your free in-home design consultation today.
All right, welcome back to the show. We're going to do a couple things here. We're going to read a few of your text messages, and then also we're going to send you off. Spike and Laura, you guys are both heading off on Christmas vacation, so I was interested in what you guys are going to be doing for the holidays, so we'll get into that in just a second.
Sure.
Should we read some of these texts first?
Let's do it, yeah.
All right, Laura, start us off.
On the Seahawks 2-point conversion, an incredible win last night, Kai says, I wonder how many people knew that the rules have changed in overtime because so many people thought the game was over. Didn't realize we have a shot at getting a touchdown also.
I didn't know it had changed. He's spot on.
Yeah.
Used to be each team got a chance to have a possession.
But first team to score a touchdown.
Unless they scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Then it was over. It was to get rid of that whole field goal wins, 2 first down wins the game thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know, and I was pleasantly surprised.
We got a bunch of texts, too, for people that were, because we were just amazed. I said, this is the first team to win in overtime on a 2-point conversion in NFL history. And then somebody texted in, they said, yeah, it's because they've only recently changed that rule. Because when you win in overtime, it's generally because somebody has kicked a field goal
or has scored a touchdown with 7.
It still feels special to me.
It still feels pretty special.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Hawks coaching staff knew to give them the ball first.
So you knew what,
So you knew what you needed. It was 4-down territory. Yeah, absolutely. Barbara said, we were watching the Hawks game down to 2 minutes when suddenly pounding rain and hail, strong wind gusts, and we lost our connection to the game.
No.
Well, good news, Barb. They won. I don't know if you knew that.
I hope we didn't spoil it for you, Barbara.
Poor thing.
Marguerite in Lacey. That's a lovely name. Marguerite or Lacey. I don't know which of those two. She gave us 2 names. I assume she means in Lacey. Seattle Mariners and Seattle Seahawks both making the playoffs in the 25 season. Both teams also got a number 1 first round bye, hopefully. I mean, fingers crossed still.
Yes.
There are no coincidences. Let's go. Yes. Thank you, Marguerite.
And Roger in University Place says, I watch every Hawks game with my TV muted and Rabel on my radio.
I got to figure out how to do that. I listened to Rabes call that play, and I'm missing out.
Can I tell you how to do it?
Sure.
Do exactly what Roger just said.
Mm-hmm. Mute it.
Good.
Do you have to pause it though, because there's a delay, and one of them has a delay?
You could the TV actually has, I believe,
a 7-second delay, right, or
one
something.
of the two.
I'll figure this out. We're not going to. Let's not belabor it here. All right. Well, mailing gifts versus buying them on Amazon. Barbara says it costs $177 to send a Seattle Sounders jersey and hat to Ireland.
That's a lot of money.
Boy, I'd spend a couple $100 more and take it myself.
Allie in Lake Stevens says, my great aunt used to pack the box with plastic bags from loaves of Wonder Bread.
Well, that's how I used to pack my shoes, ironically enough. You ever done this as a kid? Put the bread bags over your shoes? Inside your boots?
For
a layer of waterproofing? Winter?
I mean, I didn't grow up on the East Coast. You get heavy winters over there.
We bought cruddy boots because we were somewhat on the white trash side of things.
On Toilet Rats, Rick the Plumber says, I've been plumbing for about 27 years. Not once have I heard of a rat in a toilet from a customer, nor have I ever seen one, nor have I seen one in the sewer while doing sewer inspections with our cameras. But I have seen a snake.
Oh, sick, Rick. That's my worst nightmare. That is my worst
You're like
nightmare.
the Indiana Jones of this show.
I know. Ugh, gross. All right, we have 2 minutes left. What are each of you? I'm not going to share mine because I'm here next week for a few days. But what are you guys doing for Christmas? Laura, how are you celebrating Christmas?
I have all of my extended family flying into town, and we are heading up to Cleellum, John Curley's way.
Gosh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, we're going to do a big cabin up there, and hopefully there'll be some snow.
So Christmas
maybe
at the
some
cabin?
ice skating. Christmas at a cabin.
That
sounds very magical.
I'm so excited.
That's fantastic. Well, have a very Merry Christmas. Great job this year.
And now I can stock up on Costco groceries to haul up to the cabin for everyone.
There you go. Go Costco. Executive membership.
Rebates.
Spike, how about you? What are you doing this
We're
season?
not traveling this year, and I'm really, really glad of that. I mean, I heard G earlier today saying he looks forward to traveling at the holidays. That's a young man's game, and I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to stay at home. The kids are all going to be there for Christmas this year.
You guys,
kind of a little more intimate. It's going to be wonderful.
And so you're just going to just chill out and just have a little quiet time.
We're going to have some family over on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, we're going to have my daughter and son-in-law, their 2 dogs. Darby's back from college, our pup. I'll make a big Sunday brunch, which I always do. I love to cook on Christmas.
You make a strata?
I have in the past. I think it was eggs Benedict or strata. I'll put up to the vote. That's a great point.
Nice.
I've made strata in the past. I make a great strata.
Nice.
Really do.
You use sourdough ever?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Good stuff.
Sourdough, you betcha, man.
Good stuff.
Just friends and family.
In the short time we have remaining, I'm going to send my Christmas message next week. Do you have a Christmas message to our listeners that you'd like to share?
It's been a tough year for a lot of people, especially in the last few weeks. Keep in mind what the holidays are really all about this year. This is an opportunity to not just appreciate what you have in your life, but how much you mean to others and how much you being a part of a community makes it a better community. Do what you can for somebody you might not even know at all. Pay it forward, be nice, be kind. Remember what the year is really about.
That's nice.
Thanks.
And Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
All right. You guys have a very Merry Christmas. I'll see you in the new year. I'll be back. For the listeners, though, I'll be back Monday. So I'll see you guys Monday. John Curley's coming up next.
Here we go. Darnold has time. Looks inside. It's caught. The Seahawks win the game.
playoff berth?
An instant classic.
This is who we are. That's Seahawks football.
Check.
Probably the craziest game I've ever seen.
With the playoffs looming, what's next?
You know, we're always going to fight.
Complete coverage at mynorthwest.com.
They now have the inside track on having the best record in the NFC.
And the home of the Seahawks, KIRO News Radio on 97.3 FM.
So Pure Talk just had their best year ever and asked me if I'd like to thank their customers on their behalf for being so awesome. I said sure. It's important to say thanks, especially this time of year, which is why, as one of their many satisfied customers, I should probably thank Pure Talk first for keeping their customer service in this country and for providing hundreds of American jobs. I appreciate that. I also appreciate their Roundup program, which makes it easy to support America's Warrior Partnership and join the fight against veteran suicide. And I love that Pure Talk donated 1,000 hand-sewn Made in America flags to veterans around Independence Day. And of course, I really appreciate their generous support of my own foundation, MicroWorks, and their commitment to help us train the next generation of skilled workers. Having said all that, it's now my pleasure, on behalf of everyone at Pure Talk, to thank you sincerely for choosing to do business with an American wireless company that actually stands for something. And one more thing. Merry Christmas.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto-pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Xfinity is the network you can rely on. Like a close friend who will give it to you straight. The friend who will tell you that new haircut, it's not great. Friends make sure friends get good haircuts. And Xfinity makes sure you get a good deal on Wi-Fi. Xfinity gives you reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi at our best price. This holiday season through January 4th, get gig speed Wi-Fi for just $50 a month for 5 whole years. No strings, no commitments. Just super fast, reliable gig speed Wi-Fi with our best equipment and unlimited data included. Save yourself from questionable decisions and save over Verizon and AT&T. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Internet powered by fiber and connected to premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.